there were 97 activations.
97 activations.
No,
That's too many.
that's just for his Cardians. He didn't count his opponents.
Yeah, no, my opponent had 1 activation.
Oh, good.
Ah.
So, with that in mind, the number on those dice is 96 or 69, whichever you prefer.
That is funny.
You can
That
only
is
choose
funny.
one.
Whichever you prefer, Isaiah.
No, you gotta choose.
But it's whichever you prefer.
No, it's you gotta choose.
But if you
know
had to
what?
have a favorite number between the two, Isaiah, which one would be your favorite?
Well, I know which one I would choose, but it's not my choice. This
You know
is
what?
Matt's choice.
Crystal, whichever you choose.
You know, I earlier just chose 96, and that was incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
And as everybody knows, 69 is a haha funny sex
It
number.
is the fa ha ha. It does get the laughs.
You know, I don't think we should pick 2 96s in a row because that's boring, and people
Okay.
expect that.
Okay.
I
In
think
that-
you know.
But the
It
dice
was
aren't people,
trolling.
Crystal. The dice aren't people.
With that logic, though, I have to agree with Crystal. We have to do a little trolling and do the haha funny sex number.
A, li-
Haha,
a li-
funny
a
sex
little, a
number.
little trolling around here.
We do a little trolling.
So
do
so
it
your
with
answer is gonna be
trolling.
69.
Correct.
Oh, Matt, you can give yourself a point of inspiration
Oh, fuck yeah.
because the answer it's a good thing that you didn't pick 96 because the answer was 77.
Mm.
Oh, when you said 7, I was like, oh man, that's pretty good. But you said 97. I'm like, oh man, if it was 20 down,
Ugh.
he'd be golden. But then you guys, talked yourself into haha sexy numbers, so sexy funny numbers. So that was good.
Yeah, good.
But here's what some fun we're gonna do for Angeline and the Prince. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna roll the dice, and I want you guys to yell some numbers at me before I roll the dice, and whichever one I like better is the one I'm going to pick.
42!
Absolutely, it's gonna be.
7!
No.
98!
It's gonna be 33. 33. 33. 100%.
You!
I like 15. 15 sounds like a good number for some reason. All right, so this is
Chase.
for Angelina. Oof. Uh-oh. No. Angelina ain't getting nothing. It was 60. Oof.
Mm.
Oh, that hurts.
Oof. You guys would have been completely wrong for her. All right, but now we're going to go to
120.
we're going to go to the Prince now.
That is the funny weed number.
That is a funny. So maybe a 42.
No, 70 flat.
80.
Oh. You know what? 70 flat and 80. You know what? I like. Let's go for 70.
51!
20 flat.
20 flat. Well, okay.
20
Well,
flat.
Chase. If it's 20 flat, then I'll give him inspiration. But if it's not 20 flat, then we're gonna go between 70 and 80. So here we go.
53!
Oof. Actually, no, wait, that does give him inspiration because it was 65.
Oh, what did I fucking tell you? 70
Oh,
flat,
70.
baby.
70. That was a good one. So, oh my God, Prince Conrad gets inspiration
With a point of inspiration?
Glad he gets it at least.
I don't understand why Conrad's feeling inspired.
He's feeling inspired for all of us.
He's fine. He's just got some sword wounds in his stomach. He's fine.
He had his brain
I'm
like
going
hemorrhage.
to heal him.
Bless you. Bless you, Chase. Bless you. Also, I figured out a reason I might say some words wrong.
Oh.
'Cause- Cause like cool. Cause Dad also says words wrong, and I guarantee you I got it from Dad.
Yeah, that
Where-
tends to happen.
Where
Does he vomit every time he says cool?
No, that word is hard. Cool is I don't understand. That word is so fucking hard. My
Cool?
brain can't parse it. Cool.
Gruel? Cool?
Ghoul. Cool.
He can't
Oh.
say cool.
Ghoul?
Cool.
Ghoul.
Cool.
No, just do ghoul. Ghoul.
Cool.
There you go.
Uh,
Ghoul.
Because Dad, just like me, says walk.
Walk.
We're gonna
Go for a walk?
We're going to go for a walk.
Because Dad was like, Dad was like, yeah, I've had trouble walking, and I was like, wait, Dad does it too.
What did you just?
I mean,
Fuck.
I mean, my grandma always used to wash the dishes.
Oh, my grandpa washes the dishes.
Washing the dishes.
My mom also washes the dishes.
You have to wash off the Worcestershire sauce.
So I'll blame my
Grandma, I'll
dad.
tell you what, you gotta watch it, get on that one side, I gotta watch dancing, I gotta woo!
Yeah, I blame Dad for me saying walk and Dad saying walk and all the other words I say wrong. I
Oh,
blame
egg.
Eggs.
eggs.
I catch myself saying eggs a lot.
I had to stop myself because I almost said legs. Legs.
Legs.
It's
Whenever I
Has
go
some
to
nice
say
legs on you.
whenever I go to say egg, I always remember the seal. Just egg,
Black,
egg.
egg.
See,
I used the word negative
Egg.
earlier this
Neg-
week, and when I said it,
negative?
I said negative.
That's how you say it's negative.
No, it's negative.
Negative. That's a
Shut
negative Ghost Rider.
Shut up.
It's a negative.
Negative.
Ghost Rider.
I blame Dad.
So,
That's a
Do we
negative Ghost Rider.
would we like to start the session?
Nah,
Are we all
let's just
ready?
keep faffing about.
All right, man. Let's get on Duel Masters.
Yeah, get
Alright,
on Duel
Madam on
Masters,
Duel Masters?
Alright. Updating Dying Light 2.
Ooh. All right, but hold on.
Alright, yeah.
Let me
So,
change the screen region. There we go.
Are we all ready? You guys need a little bit to get prepared still. You get to Chase. Do you need to get more tea?
No, I already got my tea.
Okay.
I have everything open, I think, so I think we're fine.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay. I got Angelina and the
But
Prince's
you did turn off the
character
music,
sheets open.
so now.
I did
Yeah.
because I'm changing the music
Oh.
for our intro. Alright, so
I'm gonna die.
if we're all ready, unless Bren needs to go throw up into the toilet real quick.
We're fine.
All right, you know, I'll take you at face value for that. So,
It's very loud. I'll turn it down on my end.
I can turn it
No,
down.
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I got it.
All right. So, when last we left our wanderers, Hank, the dwarf rogue, Estelar, the shifter druid, Dolkin, the minotaur ranger, and Vashana, the Kalashtar sorcerer, the party was on a new quest to set out to Thelios, the capital of Valash, to meet with the Matriarchy Council for discussion over Nazro's collected pieces of the dreaded king they have obtained over the past few months. Boarding a ship called the Entrepreneur with a colorful crew, some queasy stomachs, and an entire ocean ahead of them, the party set sail out into the open water, and with over half of the travel time spent on the ship, about 6 or 7 days, the party spent time mingling with the crew, staying on watch, and keeping an eye and ear out for strange occurrences while out on the water. But nothing had seemed to come to fruition until one dreadful evening during supper time, when a group of Marrow boarded and raided the ship, killing quite a few crew members and civilians in the process, but were quickly dispatched by the party in an intense fight that almost left the beloved ranger, Dolkin, adrift in the ocean. With a bloody aftermath to go through, this is where we will pick up the story. So, you guys all collect yourselves at the stern of the ship near the wheel, where you can see from your elevated angle, and now that the fighting has died down.
Now
That
the dying
there's-
has fighted down.
Yeah,
Got it.
now that the dying has fighted down, you can see there's quite a impressive number of bodies on the ship. An equal number of both the Marrow that are on the ship, as well as crew members and the crew members and the civilians that were making up the passengers. And the only people that are left up on the ship with you guys, as you are winded, catching your breath, Prince Conrad, once again, coming off of the spell that was placed on him, has just a hand, seems still fine, has a hand over the 4 stab wounds that he got. That seemed to be, pretty deep and bleeding quite a bit. He seems to be unperturbed by them. But other than that, the 5 people that are up with you is the captain, the first mate, and the deckhand, which is Captain Buccaneer, Miss Vane, or the Siren, as the crew calls her, and Foulmouth, the dwarf, as well as 2 other of the crew members, both human. One being the one that was almost thrown off the ship with Dolkin.
Oh, the guy or the person that fell overboard with me, right?
Yeah, him who fell overboard
pushed.
with you guys. Yeah, and who you saved up there. Everyone's looking troubled, winded. The captain himself is looking a little better, thanks to you, Estelar, but he's mainly right now going over the 4 crew members that he still has up on top of the deck, and just making sure that they're all okay while assessing the damage of his ship so far.
Before Dolkin does anything, before he heals himself or does anything, I would like to take a minute to do primeval awareness, because I want to know if there are any more of these like creatures anywhere within 5 miles of us, to give everyone like time to prepare.
All right, so you will spend a minute doing that. You guys all watch and sit and see as Dolkin just places his hands together, kneels down onto the ground, and obviously doing his primeval awareness. Angelina is right next to you, Vashana. She's looking over to you, making sure you're okay. You don't have any serious injuries on you. She herself seems fine. She stayed out of all the combats and away from everything.
Yeah, Vashana's just kind of got a bad gash, like, right across her chest, and she's just kind of sitting there, like, just trying to crack her shoulder back into place as she's just kind of staring daggers at Dolkin.
Yeah, and the prince seems to just be standing idly. Just seems to be standing idly for the time being, just watching the crew gather themselves and talk amongst one another. Some of them giving glances to all of you, specifically the 2 regular crew members. The other leader seems to just be enthralled in conversation at the moment. But Dolkin, you do primeval awareness, and you do still sense that there are monstrosities in the area, though from your range you can tell that they are deep below you.
Okay.
They are not directly below you, but from your position, because the ocean is deep. It is not. It is not
5 miles. Yeah.
Yeah, around this area of the ocean, it would not be 5 miles deep. That would be fucking going over like the Mariana Trench. But yeah, you do get a sense that there are still quite a number of monstrosities that are lurking around in these waters. So
are any of them in groups?
So while nothing is near you, there's still a present threat.
Yeah. Are any of them like grouped up? Like
a couple.
Okay, but like I'm not sensing like a lot of them congregating with each other. It's mainly like small spatterings.
Yeah, not around here. Not around here. You don't. You get like maybe like quite like maybe like 5 or 6 groups of monstrosities that are moving around in the ocean.
Yeah.
And some which you don't know if they are marrows or maybe what other monstrous creatures would be in the water, but from what you can tell, they're moving about, and probably no bigger than about groups of 4 or 5.
Okay. And how many groups are there? Just like
you count about 6.
Okay. Dolkin will stand back up and like hold his chest and like cast cure wounds on himself at level 1, because I'm at 20 HP. Give myself back 7 HP and just cover the wound up some. 4, 5, 6, 7. Got it. And I'll turn and like look towards the crew and the captain. I don't want to be the very bad news, but there's still more. under us. They're pretty far down though. They're not they're not grouped up at all, so they're just like they're mini groups. And I don't know if they're all these things that try to attack us, but there is still more creatures around.
You see Captain Buccaneer, who kind of just, hisses under his breath like, peace all. The gods are not smiling fortune on us today. You two! He points to the two regular crew members who immediately look to him. One seems battered more than the other, seems to be standing on his last legs compared to the other guy. You two go down, get yourself fixed up. Make sure the rest of the crew and the passengers are safe down there. The rest of us will take care of things up here. We need to start recovering some of the bodies and placing them somewhere safe. So you see the two crew members go, "Oi, Captain," as they start moving to the opposite end of the ship and down the stairwell, and you hear the door to the main deck rooms being opened, and then footsteps down below. You can hear that there's commotion going down now that it has quieted down some.
Can Dolkeen go to the person that came over the ship with him? Because I assume he's injured as well.
He went.
Oh,
he
that
went
was the
down.
guy that was the guy that went there.
Yeah,
Okay, never mind.
yeah. It is currently right now on the deck. It is Captain Buccaneer,
Yep.
the Siren,
Mhm.
and Foulmouth.
Which of them looks the most hurt? To Dolkeen, because Dolkeen had never seen them before,
Both
right now.
because the Siren, or Miss Vane, as people call her, is the Tiefling lady, and the Foulmouth is the dwarf. They both look the most fucked up. You weren't able to see it, but Hank, you did see it that Foulmouth got injured pretty badly, and had to sit out of the combat, or else you guess he probably would have died.
Yeah,
And,
I can't have a big dying on me. I need my money back.
The captain doesn't look any better than them, but he looks a little better thanks to healing from Estelar. But they seem to be fine, standing still, although winded from this whole experience.
I have more than enough spells. So for you said both of them look the same. So for
You'll see as you're moving up, you'll see Prince Conrad. He'll hold a hand out to you. It's like, allow me, but before that, is there any of you here that's worse for wear? Looks to you, Angelina, or not, Vashana. Sorry.
Hi, yes, it's me, Angelina.
Yeah, sorry. It looks to you, Vashana, and also to you, Hank.
Yeah, she's got just this gash that's kind of bleeding just a little bit, but I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah.
He's offering heals, right?
Yeah, he's offering healing.
Let me actually check my thing because I actually don't know how long. Oh yeah, I'm a little scraped up, just a little bit though.
All right, he'll place a hand on your shoulder, Vashana, and you'll see his like yellow eyes just like flash for a second, and like his black and white tipped hair just kind of like have this like very golden glow for a second as you'll heal for 15 hit points. He uses he uses his healing hands on you.
oh,
Delightful.
what a nice guy.
Asmar healing. Great stuff.
Yep, and then he'll look to you, and then he'll look to you, Hank, and he'll cast. He'll cast a Cure Wounds on you at 3rd level.
Wow, massive.
That's a big
That-
cure
This
wound.
is a big
That's
cure wound.
actually really massive for
I
a
don't even
paladin.
think I knew that
Paladins,
much.
paladins
well,
don't go above 5th level.
And not
Oh.
the best, but you do heal for 12 points of healing.
almost max healing.
Almost max healing right
Max
there.
healing.
You should thank him for that. Almost.
That's super poggers.
Thank you.
And then he's gonna go over to the crew, and then you're gonna see him place a hand both on Miss Vane and Foulmouth, and with just like again another one of those flashes, though not the same as the one that you saw before, Vashana. He will put a hand on them, and they'll both immediately all the wounds close up on their bodies. The blood, while still there, seems to stop flowing out of them, and they both immediately have a new breath of life put back into them.
Oh, just cast heal.
Paladins.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he just paladin
Yeah, he
heals.
paladin healed.
Yeah, as you know, he's. Yeah, you guys would probably spend enough time in the city. The paladins have lay on hands, and you can tell that that's probably what he did. For the two of them,
He just pumped the power of the gods into their system.
Actually, that's a good question on how much healing that would actually give them.
I don't know.
He
Uh,
can choose. He can choose.
Well, yeah, no, he would heal them to full. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
go.
You might say that he
to-
can aliquot his lay on hands.
Yeah, he
Aliquot.
can aliquot. He can aliquate his healing. Oh yeah, he'd actually pump 20 points of healing into both of them and get them back up to full.
Yeah.
So
He's
that
got-
would leave him with that would
Somebody's
leave
at the
him
door,
with
yeah.
that'd leave him with 35 healing, which he would then pump into the captain.
Yeah.
Well, does
but
Captain
I
down
think-
that much HP? Holy shit.
He was fighting
actually,
right in the shit of it for a while.
He
let's
was.
see. How much health does he? Actually, yeah, that is actually just enough to get him back to full HP. Actually,
Good shit.
Nice.
the captain had 10 HP left.
Oh my god.
Well, even before SLRC, he had 3 HP
Oh shit.
before SLR healed him. And with that, and the prince seeming to while he's still a little fucked up, he's completely fine. Still standing. The three look to him and the captain just stands there a little bit quizzical, goes like, "Oi, thank you. If Foulmouth, Miss Vane, if the two of you could, I hate to ask of you this right now, and if any of you can spare a hand, I must thank you for your assistance in getting rid of these foul creatures that boarded us. If you wouldn't mind, with the carnage left over, if you could kick over some of the monsters that boarded us back into the briny depths, and if you could bring the fallen up to the stern of the ship, that would be appreciated."
Yeah, Dulkin would immediately start going and just picking up very ceremonially to not disrespect them, just pick them up and pick their eyes, and he'll pick up all the people he can.
Yeah. Would you? Yeah. I'll say Ma would also go around helping out too.
As Dolkin starts picking up corpses, Vishana's just gonna come over to him and just poke him on the shoulder.
Dulkin will continue doing his work.
She'll poke you harder on the shoulder and be like, "Ahem."
And then Dulkin will continue walking, but because he wants to get this thing over with, and then but he'll turn his head slightly towards you. Yes.
Can we talk before you finish up?
I need to get this job done right quick, Vishana. You don't want to take a second.
At least put the coins on their eyes.
Dulkin looks a little confused, but he'll walk to the front of the ship, but he will reach down and pull some coins out of his bag.
If you did want to look on their bodies, they do have.
Oh.
Some of the pirates do have coins on them, which are
Okay.
a collection of silver and gold and copper.
All right, never mind. He'll do that then, and he'll bring all the bodies to the designated location with the
Yeah, to the back of the ship where the wheel is.
Oh, yeah.
Is where the captain asked.
where Stinky
How many
Beard said.
died?
I think three. There's the two that I
10
remember.
10 people.
10 people died?
People down below.
All right.
No one
Jesus.
died down below. Everything. All the carnage was above the deck. As you guys look around and start hearing, everything seems fine below deck. Everything that happened was on the main deck. But there were bodies that were seemingly attacked immediately as you guys got up to the
Yeah.
top deck.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 7 members of the crew that are dead, and there are 3 passengers that are dead.
Mm.
While Dolkin's doing that, Vishana's just gonna quick go out on her broom and check and make sure there's not any that may have gotten tossed into the water in the initial attack.
Perception check.
Okie dokie, I can do that.
Use your
19.
binoculars. Oh no, you didn't even need it.
Do you
I
still
don't
have
even
the
need it.
spyglass?
I do, but I don't even need it.
Unfortunately, it would not work at this time because it is night.
Oh,
It is getting around night. There's light coming from the ship, so I'm not giving you disadvantage for this.
And I
Unless-
have dark
No,
vision.
wait. Oh,
So,
oh, right, because you've got the goggles. Never mind.
yep,
Never mind.
Dolkin gave me his goggles.
mm-hmm.
Only Angelina can't. Only Angelina can't see.
Oh, and me. I also can't see.
No, you have the belted dwarven
no.
kind.
Oh, belt,
yeah,
right?
the belt.
The belt.
That
the
belt does
gives you
so
dark
much
vision.
shit.
Yeah, it's the belted dwarven kind is the most pog. Also, you should roll for beard.
Already have the beard.
Oh,
No,
there you go.
bigger beard.
Oh, okay.
You need
we-
maximum
we-
beard.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that later. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. You take a look around. Does not seem anyone was thrown over the ship. And even looking around, you don't. You would be able to tell even in the darkness with the ship and the lighting that the bodies would have a clear distinction over like the reflection on top of the water. So you're pretty confident that no one was thrown overboard. Even a random dead body that might have gotten thrown overboard. You're confident that everything that is here is, on the ship.
Never hurts to double check.
Yeah, no, you're good. But Angelina will, as you guys start moving in the bodies, she seems a little frozen. Like, that's like with what she saw at Barshan, that this is. She seems to be getting pretty used to the adventuring life and seeing stuff, but right now she's seeing like, instead of monsters and bad people, like, innocent, didn't do anything wrong people are, now dead in front of her. She seems a little frozen at the staircase looking down
Yeah.
at everything now that the
When-
battle has passed.
When Vashana gets back from checking the water, she'll fly straight to Angelina and just hop off her broom and hug her in tight. Basically, like, cover her head in her shoulder and just walk her to the cabin.
Yeah. You hold her for a second, and she, tightly grabs around your waist, hugging you back. It's like, no, I'm fine. Just
Come on.
okay. Thank you. And she'll walk with you. She'll let you take her back to the cabin.
Yeah.
Hank, would you be helping Dolkin grab any of the bodies of the crew members and the passengers?
Yeah, I would.
Or would you be kicking the bodies of the Marrow off?
Actually, now that I think about it, I kind of want to kick the bodies of the people off.
Okay.
We still
just
have
gonna-
one that's paralyzed, or two
Yeah, we
that's
do.
paralyzed.
We have two
You have
paralyzed.
Two, you have two that
Do I-
that are paralyzed.
And as I'm kicking them off, could I tie them up, I guess? I don't know if...
I don't know if we want to kick them off.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Well,
At
we-
the, I would like to do something if it's okay with you guys.
We
Yeah,
can't,
because
you can speak to them.
Well, yeah, I can
they-
speak to them if they're no longer paralyzed, but that's not what I want to do.
Yeah, there are two. Actually, you would be Vashana, you would be while taking Angelina back to the room, and while Hank is starting to just push some of the bodies of the Marrow. Oh, also, let's see, you guys. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You guys killed 12 Marrow.
oh,
There are also 12 Marrow that are just littering the ship, and the wood, you feel, if it doesn't get cleaned soon, will start to have some bloody stains on it. Pretty soon.
That's
but
not good for-
That's for later. That's for a later time.
that's
But
not good
you
for
do-
tourism.
You do pass by the one of the paralyzed Marrow, going to the door leading back to your cabin. Who you just hear some like raspy breathing as it's just kind of like on its back, just staring up at the night sky.
Yeah. Vashana will just kind of push Angelina ahead of her and just give her a little wave as she turns back to look at the Marrow. And she'll just look the Marrow dead in the eyes, and in Aquan she'll just say, "You know you fucked up, right?"
Should
It's
speak
just-
Aquan?
It just sits on its back. It's you see like
Yeah.
with like as much restraint, with as much will as it can. Those like full on black fish eyes of it just like kind of move a little to where you see like the reflection just sort of shift to where you know that's looking you in the eye. It can't say anything, but you get the idea it's looking at you.
Yeah. It's still an Aquan. You're not going to live. You're going to die. I just want you to know that you fucked up immensely before you meet your end. Oh, Dalkin!
Duncan's still like he's still picking up the. There's a lot of
Yeah,
people, so
as you're picking up corpses, Vishana's calling out to you. Oh, Dalkin, can you help me with this real quick?
Duncan look around. I assume he's not currently carrying anyone, so he'll.
I'd say by this point, because Vane and Miss Vane and Foulmouth would also be helping with this.
Yeah.
The captain is currently locked in conversation with Prince Conrad on the deck near the wheel. While they're also going around, you see Vane is grabbing some and Foulmouth grabbing some, and also while he's passing by some of the dead marrow, he just boots one of the dead bodies off the ship and spits into the water.
Breaks a toe.
No, he's got steel-toed boots.
No, he's fine then.
He's a dwarf. His feet are made of rocks.
Oh yeah, alright. No, he's good.
But yeah, by that point, you'd have gotten all the bodies of the innocent up to the stern.
And this is definitely just for flavor, but this is what I imagine Ma would be doing. You know how dogs like walk alongside you? I assume Ma's been doing that, but she's been staying like where it's her towards like the railing, so like I can't get by her to get anywhere near like the railing to be pushed off again. And I assume Ma's like just staying by that side, so I can't go overboard anymore.
That's good. Nah, that's good flavor. She definitely would be doing that, seeing as you almost got shoved off the ship. Just keeping an extra protective eye on you.
Yeah, and Dalkin would again reach down occasionally and just give her a little rub on the head as he'll walk towards Vashon, and as he's slowly walking there, he'll do primeval awareness again. He wants to. I want to know if they're about to jump us again.
You do it again, and you do it again while moving over to Vashon, and still seems to be. Obviously, some of them have shifted a little bit, but none are close to the. At the most, the closest one is 3 miles.
Oh, okay.
Away is 3 miles away, deep underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Within a mile away from the ship, while being 3 miles underwater.
Yeah. Okay, so we're not. Dalkin is letting out a sigh of relief. We're not gonna get jumped, and he'll just walk over to he'll walk over to Vashon. Near the disabled. What?
Yeah. As you walk over, Vashana will kind of put a hand on her hip and go, "Have you ever heard of target practice, Dalkin?"
Dalkin kind of blinks. Yeah, I mean, you know where I came from, right?
Yes, but have you ever done target practice where they throw the target into the air and then you have to shoot it?
Dalkin thinks for a second. Thinks about looking up, and mainly up above where he would look is mainly ceiling. So most things fall on you and crush you, like rocks. And he's like,
let's see. Actually,
would I have ever done live target? Yeah. I mean, besides
ever done play pigeon?
Shot. What was it? Shot put?
Yeah, shot put.
Play pigeon.
Yeah, shot put. Dalkin, you know what? I will say Dalkin has never done shot put. He's shot at flying things, but never
had something thrown.
Yeah.
It's play pigeon. Shot put is where you take the rock and you throw it.
Gonna do. Thank you, enough. You guys good? Or?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were rolling for us because you said let me roll, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh no! I was. I'm sorry. I was talking about. I was rolling
okay.
something for
Never.
for Foulmouth and Vane while they were going around.
Yeah. No, Vashana will go, But have you ever skeet shot before?
No.
Well, how would you like to try it? We have perfectly good, and she kicks him in the face, targets here.
Tolkien is gonna look a little disgusted at that. I think it'd be the right thing to do, just put them out of their misery without making it some kind of game for Sean.
Oh, but where's the fun in that, Tolkien?
Well, it's not about it being fun. It's about doing what's right, and not treating them as equals is. Looking like pulls out he just you see his chest, he closes his eyes and he lets in he takes in a deep breath, and then he calms himself down, and he's just gonna pull his knife out. He's just gonna go to mercifully put this thing out.
As Tolkien moves, Vashana just steps on and crushes his windpipe. They don't deserve your mercy, Tolkien.
I mean, it's a bit roll strength check to see if you can even do that.
How big are these things?
They're huge.
Oh,
These things are like the size of adult great. These things are like the size of adult great white sharks.
Oh yeah, natural 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as you're going down, Dolkin, you see I better put this thing, mercifully out of its, out of its misery. Vashana does just bring her heel up, all the way before you hear a resounding crunch as the thing's neck breaks and lolls to one side.
They're not worth your mercy, Tolkien. And neither is any member of the crew.
Tolkien is going to stand up, and he's going to loom over you. And Tolkien looks genuinely pissed. He's gonna look at you, and you can basically see his blood boil as his fist is clenching in his hand, and you can see he's absolutely infuriated by that statement. He's like,
what are you gonna do, big guy?
Tolkien, no, Tolkien is not gonna do anything. Tolkien is going to Tolkien is just going to pick up Maw and put Maw and just carry Maw by her side and literally just not trying to throw you to the floor, but push you out of the way so he can go downstairs.
Yeah, no, you just shoulder check her. She won't.
Very very aggressively.
Yeah, she won't resist. She just gets pushed out of the way.
And you everyone can hear this because Tolkien is making this pretty apparent because he's a pretty happy-go-lucky guy. Tolkien's just gonna throw the fucking door open, and you can hear his hooves fucking stomping as he's walking down the stairs, and Ma would be hissing because Tolkien doesn't get angry, but if I get angry, she can feed off my emotions. She could tell.
Yeah.
Would Hank have seen this?
What would you be doing after the bodies were done? Because the prince is just still talking with the captain. If you want to just stay around there, they seem to be discussing something. Between hush talking. The captain seems to be again very serious, talking with the prince. After this, the Vane and Foulmouth are kind of just just going around and just getting rid of the bodies in the mirrors, either dragging them to the side of the ship, looking over their, looking them over just to see what they had on them, if there was anything useful on them, and then just chucking them overboard.
I was actually gonna say you said Foulmouth was I thought whenever you said that he was kind of wounded, I'd probably be go over there and
Nah,
check
he's
him
healed
out
up. The
and
prince
say,
healed him.
Oh yeah, the prince healed him.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna go over to him and say, you good, big guy?
I'll be better once all of these things are off this damn ship here.
Oh, I feel ya.
But I'm doing pretty good. He kind of looks to you and just gives you a slight punch in the arm. That was some very fancy fighting you did back there. I have to thank you for helping us get rid of these things.
With my profession, my footwork comes in handy. Bobbing and weaving past these boys. Yeah, I took a little bit of hits, but nothing that's good enough to take me down.
Yeah. And Vashana, just real quick, I want you to do a stealth check.
Oh, okay. Stealth. Yeah, no.
All right. Okay,
I'm out of sorcery points, so.
All right, I'll take that into consideration then.
She wasn't trying to be stealthy, so.
Yeah, it was just how loud you were.
Yeah.
But don't worry.
You know what?
So.
Can I do a strength check for how? Because I said I wanted to open the door aggressively when I threw by. So I guess if anyone would do a perception like for how loud the door fucking slammed open.
There's not really a perception check needed for that. You get the moments like you knock open a wood door and slam it. It's pretty apparent. Like, oh geez. Like when the door slams, you can't see it, but everyone's head does a quick turn that way before continuing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as they're continuing to push off some of the marrows, and as you are you going to help Foulmouth, or are you just making sure he's okay?
Well, yeah. After making sure he was okay, I'll help him out. Yeah.
Yeah. When you do that, the tiefling lady, Miss Vane, she looks down to you, is like, "All right. Well, if you two have got this under control, then I'll go see if the captain needs anything else." And as she passes, let's see how good she is at this.
Does a 20 hit, Hank? Gets sneak attack for 90.
But it's doubled because she's an assassin.
Oh, do I have to roll a perception?
No.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, it's not very deceitful. She's making it very apparent. As she starts passing by, and I assume Vashan is still kind of in the middle of the ship after.
She's still just kind of standing there, just like angrily panting over the body of this marrow.
You, as Miss Vane is going back up to the stern where the captain is, you can see it apparently. She's got a scowl on her face looking towards you as she passes by and then moves her attention back forward and up the stairs. What would Estelar be doing right now?
So after we gather up the bodies, I would like to just kind of like kneel in front of them and then say like a nice little prayer for them.
Okay.
It's nothing too much, but then probably go join Conrad over where he's talking to the captain.
You know what? Let's see if we can do this in a fun way. Make me like a religion check.
Oh, I'm so
Just
good
like a
at
religion check.
Religion.
Oh,
Hey.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
With a -1, that's really good.
So you kneel and you kind of put your hands together and you just think like, okay, how would I pray? And then you think, oh, okay. In one of the teachings that your father gave you that you did pay attention to, which did revolve around around the gods, you did think it's like, okay, what would sailors do to keep them safe? And then you think, oh, there's the god Manon, there's the goddess Manon, who is the god of the seas and the god of the storm, and you think immediately like, that would probably be something good to probably help put, sailors at ease, and just give a slight small prayer to, rest these weary souls with Manon's graces and help them pass on. And while you're doing that, I want you to also do a perception check, because you would be around the prince and the captain as they are discussing. Okay, 16. Let me do...
Oh no,
for the
it's
captain.
business talk.
Okay, that'll
It
fail.
is gonna
And
be
then
business talk.
we'll do just see how good they are keeping this hidden with you around.
That's
Okay, not good.
not good.
Not good enough. But the captain, he rolled okay, not good enough to be your perception, but you do hear the two while you are, concentrating on a prayer. You do hear the captain as they are both at the wheel, kind of like, so I didn't realize that we had the prince on board. That is a interesting factor. That would have been nice to know. He's like, yes, I do apologize about that. We are currently undergoing a bit of a important mission at the moment, and discretion usually has its better advantages rather than letting everyone know where nobility is going. I suppose that is a good thing. Well, does your mission involve these things on my ship? No, they don't, and I don't know where they came from or what they are, but I might know why they are on here, and it's not good. But it's like, if you're going to continue being on my ship, if they are after you, then you're going to have to make sure that you can protect me and my men. We did not sign up to be ferrying around cursed men and women who will get us killed. I understand that. I apologize again. You can rest assured that while we are on the ship, we'll make sure that nothing like this happens again. And if it does, we'll make sure that you and your men are protected first, and nothing bad happens to you or your crew. I give you my oath and my honor that we will make sure that nothing happens to you. Well, I can tell that you're not one for tall tales, so I'll take you at face value. At least the ship is still alive, and the crew and the rest of the crew and the passengers are so. Kind of gives the prince a little nudge on the shoulder. I do have to thank you for that. And that's about, how the conversation goes before they, continue talking with one another.
Fuck. Ugh.
And, let's see. Hank.
Yep.
Since you're the only one going around and helping push the mirror off, I want you to do me an investigation check while you're moving around.
Okay.
Big 13.
Fat 13.
Okay, 13. While you're going around, you look on the marrow as you're, pushing them off. A lot of them, a lot of underwater stuff like seashells and teeth from various sea creatures, as well as their harpoons, obviously being made of metal that you probably assume might have been ransacked from other ships. What you know about these things is they're not good. They're pretty evil, from what you can tell. But you don't see anything. You don't see anything on them as you're continuously going and pushing them off the boat.
Really? Damn, I suck.
I mean, 13's okay. Better than half.
I thought you had expertise in investigation. What happened to that?
That's only when he does his thing.
Yeah,
lets him change out a skill.
Yeah, that's only if I use my Whispers of the Dead.
Yeah.
And right now that's currently on Insight.
Yeah. So unfortunately, but yeah, you don't find anything on the mirror as you're moving around.
After a bit of just kind of heavy breathing, Vashon is finally just gonna look away from where Dolkin walked away and using her mage hand will just like awkwardly and not even giving a care shove this corpse off of the deck. It's really awkward because the mage hand can only move 10 pounds, so it's like
All right, if you're doing it by yourself, go ahead and give me a strength check.
I'm using mage hand, so can I do charisma?
It can really only move 10 pounds, so I'd say no. This thing's easily pushing near 300 pounds. Unfortunately, a mage hand is not going to help, but I'll at least give you advantage on a strength check.
All right.
Tapping it.
Yeah, just patting it on the shoulder.
It can't unfortunately go past 10 pounds.
Oh no.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's well. Shit.
Yeah, you're kind of pushing as you press your body against this big fat fuck and trying to move it. You do budge it a little bit. It kind of like flops to one side, but that just like gets it into like a worse position that makes it that has his body mass just spread out even more across the deck. It's like, god damn it. And
after if Ashana is doing this for a prolonged period of time, she's just gonna get really frustrated and just angrily thunder wave it off the deck.
Okay, yeah. Hey, it can't resist. So yeah, just this loud explosion goes off as this thing basically goes flying into the water. But when you do that, you do see the door open, and you do see Angelina, who seems a little more calmed down, just walk out, just kind of like brushing her hair a little bit, fixing up her robes, and putting on this air of confidence on her as she closes the door and starts walking back up to the stern of the ship.
Yeah, Vashana, after just angrily thunder waving this thing off the deck, just like fingers on bridge of nose, frustrated, and just hey, feeling all right?
Roll an insight check.
Oh, I am 16.
All right. She's not good at it, so let's just see what she does.
Oh, not 20 on the side, even though none of the dice say 20.
Shauna, she just gave you a cold shoulder. She didn't look at you. And she just makes her way up. And she just makes her way up to the staircase and up to the stern.
Vashana just standing there, just in disbelief, not really sure what to do. And she'll just turn and look out at the ocean and just kind of lean against the railing.
We'll move to Dolkin real quick
Mhm.
as that happens. As you go down in an angry stomp, making it very loud as you go down to the bottom of the ship, or into the hull. And as you do with your loud noise, you immediately get like two the sailors who immediately are at the bottom of the staircase and have like a sword and dagger drawn out pointing at you. You know, as you're like halfway up the steps, and there's like they see you and then calm down a little bit as they like, oh thank God.
They when they see Dolkin, because I assume this is pretty shortly after that. And he looks very irate. Like if it was cold out, you'd see like the cartoony like wind blow from the nostrils. But when he sees them, are they the two that were injured up top, or is these the?
It does not seem to be the two that were injured on top. It seems to be two new fresh faces.
Yeah, Dolkin will
that are down there.
Yeah, Dolkin will he'll try to zen himself. He'll really like get in the moment, and he'll look towards them. Hey guys, sorry about that. I didn't mean to. Where's the rest of the crew? And is everyone okay?
As you say that, they put their swords away and they look back, and you see the passengers of the ship, as well as the crew that are kind of like spread out in this like main foyer, and kind of like a main foyer in the hull of the ship. And from what we can tell, this seems to be the entirety of the crew now. You get, let's see, actually, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see 11 of the crew members, including, because he did not die, he was not up in the ship. You see Tricky, Mr. Reed, the navigator that met you guys.
Oh yeah.
Who is kind of down here, the human man, who is kind of just like you know. Calming down the passengers of the ship, which you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, confusing. 7 passengers that are still alive.
Mhm.
Oh, there'll be 12 because you do see Patchy as well, who's just who looks a little miffed that he's been kicked out of his kitchen, but he's kind of like
Yeah.
just tapping his foot impatiently.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And
And-
Dolkin will turn and look towards all of them, and he'll put his hands up, and he'll be like, "Everyone, great news. As you all know, the 2 people that came down earlier to assist you, all of the monsters that were upstairs I've completely dealt with, as far as I can tell, and none of them are going to assail us for the time being. They are much farther away from us. We must have very easily, and we pushed them all back, so you do not need to worry. You should be able to go around and make sure that you go back to your cabins and just you can calm down, settle down, and understand it's evening time, so we all desperately need to get some sleep in." And he's looking at it with a smile and just trying to make sure that they can trust what he's saying, and so they can hopefully calm down. And then he wants to look for
go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Roll me a persuasion check, and I'll give you advantage for this.
Okay. Persuasion. Where is it? It is right there. My big -1, baby.
Oh,
Fuck. 13.
13. That's not bad. People still are, obviously still a little shaken because of what had just happened. They got attacked while on the sea. Some of the crew are not, freaking out like the passengers are. So some of them do kind of ease up. Everyone's huddled in this one area to probably for the crew to be able to more effectively protect the people.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of split off a little bit. Some people start going around in the hull, just spraying around.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see Tricky, who just kind of walked. He's like, "Oh well, thank you. It's good that we've got capable fighters that are on the ship. With all due respect, before we go up, I would much prefer for the captain to say a word before we go. But thank you. I think that it'll put some of the people down here at ease a little bit."
Oh yeah. And it wasn't just me. And he's gonna look towards. You said all the crews here. The 2 people that were very badly injured that came down as well.
Yeah, you see that those 2 are kind of at one of the tables, and you've got one of the other pirates, Vissy, that kind of just why do we keep calling them pirates? Sailors. Fucking pirates. Pirates, sailors is the same thing. Just morality.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kind of has the basics of a med kit, pulling out bandages and medicine to just treat the wounds that they have.
Yeah, and Dolkin will walk over just with Tricky and to the rest of the people and be like, "And not only was it me and some of my friends, but also these 2 brave soldiers were able to help us off and defeat some of the monsters as well." And he's gonna pat both of them on the shoulders, and he'll give them both a cure wounds.
Oh, okay.
As he pats them on the shoulder.
What were their HP at?
I'm just doing.
One was at 3.
Okay, well the 10 will go to the 3 guy.
Yeah. Which does beef him up, which does get him up a little bit, and the other one, while still a little injured, does close some of the wounds, not fully, but they both do look like they got a new breath of life inside them as the magic goes over them and they start to heal over, and a little bit of a sting as you pat them on the shoulder. They seem bruised and aching.
I was doing it very lightly, but I know it still probably hurt, but I wanted to make it as natural as possible, not show off that I'm doing anything. I just wanted to purely show reward them for what they did.
Yeah, and you do that, and one of the guys like, "Ow, watch where that hand is going." We didn't do nothing. We just did what we could. You and your friends up there are the real heroes. You just swung. You especially, my big friend. As one of them just smacks you on the shoulder as he starts looking to the rest of the crew. This boy right here, I think I saw him cleave through 5 of them up on the deck. This man is a big walking pile of muscle right here. I'd take out 5 more if you wanted to.
Yeah, Dolkin coughs a little bit. You see, now he's just being humble. This guy right here, I mean, I try my best, but these guys, they're some of the best people. They're some of the best warriors I've ever seen. And thank you guys. I don't think we could have done it without any of you all here. And he turns towards like he'll walk over towards like where some of the people are, and he'd be like, and you guys are all in very safe hands with this crew here. And he'll turn to look towards hold on, I gotta find the cook's name.
Patchy.
Yeah, Patchy. And he'll go and look towards Patchy, and then he'll be like, and that guy right there, second best chef.
Yeah, you'll see Patchy who's to say this like, you're damn right that I am.
Oh, he's not gonna argue with second best.
I thought he was about to castrate Dolkeen.
We all know Chef
You know-
Norman Ramsay is better.
He knows what he's about. He'll take what he can get.
Yeah, and you know what, Dolkeen
He never claimed to be the best chef.
And Dolkeen wants to go up to like just some of the civilians, especially like some of the younger ones, and because I assume they would still be more freaked out than others. And he'll just go and like sit down and just have a talk with them and like just get to know them more, just to relax everyone.
Yeah. So I guess are you just spending your time down there, just making everyone feel relaxed?
Yeah, just getting everyone comfortable, making sure that they're all okay and that they can feel safe.
Yeah. With you down here and what people are, what the two guys from the top deck were saying about, how strong you are, people seem to be put at ease with you down here, being another extra strong body to keep them safe. And with what you said, after a bit of time, the crew does seem to calm down, and even you guys up on top of the deck, the peace does seem to come back. As over time, the bodies have been pushed over. Let me do actually one more check just to see, because Angelina would also go around looking.
How many sharks are in the water now? Yikes.
Nope.
It's
All
like
right.
the
So
first time I've seen her roll this low on investigation.
and no inspiration, so that is the best she's got. So yeah. So you guys go around. Or wait, hold on a second. I might be dumb. Did I never give Angelina her level 6 stuff?
Imagine that. She's still 5th level.
Still 5th level. Imagine. By the way, Nia says hello, everyone. That they are going to be okay. But they did say hello and that they're enjoying it. I didn't want to interrupt you, Isaiah, so I had to wait till now.
Oh, okay, no, never mind. I didn't. I gave her her 6th level stuff.
Yeah,
So-
she should have her arcane tradition featured.
Yep, I gave it to her. Yeah, so she's good. So yeah.
What arcane?
going-
She's
she's a her wizard thing is.
she's like a homebrew thing.
She's an Unearthed Arcana one. She's lore mastery.
Lore master, thank you.
As an Unearthed Arcana one that I kind of liked. Basically, just made her fucking smart.
Yep.
But yeah, you guys managed to get all the bodies of the Marrow off the ship, and just to see, because this could be important.
I would every minute be casting Primeval Awareness if you care.
Okay. Oh, sorry, that's not okay to Primeval Awareness. I just rolled something. Okay.
Yeah.
So, alright. So, as you guys are... Yeah, you cast Primeval Awareness, and nothing for the time being, at least in the, hour that, everything is calming down the ship, that nothing seems to be coming near you, or maybe even acknowledging. Some obviously get closer, but nothing gets, within... an uncomfortable or concerning distance for you for the time being. But, yeah, so for now, the crew is calm. People do start going back to their cabins, and some of the crew, to pick up for what's happening, does start getting to work on everything. And the captain does bring you all up to the deck of the ship once more, with the prince by his side. Who in that time the prince went back to the room and he put on his fucking armor.
Good boy.
He went back into that room, and the moment he stepped back out, you saw the prince with all his gear on, decked out for everything that he has, and
Good boy.
Dog.
looking, his regal self once again. And people notice that immediately, but with what's been going on, people don't, go to like, oh my god, the prince! Oh my god, can I get your autograph? But the captain does bring you all up, as your group, and does call to attention. Obviously, all right, so we got a bit of a problem at the current moment. We are down about a third of the crew that we have, so unfortunately, we will not be able to go the. We will not be able to go the full speed, and we will not be able to go at full capacity and full speed for the time being until we can hit the landfall and get some more people to take up for what we have remaining.
Hopefully the speed boost Vishana gave has helped them get a little closer.
A little bit. It's a little bit, but not. It doesn't make up for like a crew of 20 sailors.
Well, yeah, no.
At the most, you've got at the course of the 6 days, you maybe I'd say you probably cut down like a day with what you do.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But the captain does look towards all of you. He's like, with that in mind, your prince, now that we are aware of this, has let us know of the, let's say, predicament that we might be in at the current moment.
Mm.
So, while you are on the ship, I would have to politely ask you if you would be accommodating for the lack of members that we have until we can reach Delios. Considering with as strong as people you are, it would be very beneficial and very helpful. And if you do not mind, I would ask that I have you out, at least one of you, keeping an eye out on things at all times.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
Vishana will speak up and just be like, so what I've been doing the last 6 days?
Yes, but more.
Bodyguards, essentially.
Dalkin will just step up and be like, sir, I can actually tell when those things are getting close. I wasn't doing it at the time because I was cooking down in the kitchen. I can.
The moment you say that, him's eyebrows just raise up and he points at you. Patsy can do without his sub cook. You're going to be recalled.
Yeah, I just need to, as long as I can tell you every minute if you'd like, or maybe every couple. I can give you a very accurate description of where they are from where we are. If you give me a minute, I'll tell you where they are right now.
All right. Yeah, I trust you. I will trust you on this. I will leave you with our navigator, Tricky, then.
He'll look around. Which one's Tricky? He'll look at them. Oh, that's the human, right?
Yeah, the human who's I think basically he's the third in command.
Okay,
basically basically the second mate. He's the second mate behind Miss Vane. As for the rest of you, whatever prowess you have, I ask that you use it to making sure that the ship can sail good and sail right. He points to you, Hank. I saw that you were pretty agile on your feet. If you wouldn't mind, the ropes and rigging could probably be using your adept hands.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Oh, Hank's gonna lose his fucking hands. They're gonna get ripped off.
Those are his tools of trade, though.
That's what ropes and rigging does. It rips your hands off if you're not careful.
And he'll point to the prince too. You as well, Mr. Muscle. Seeing as you could take quite a beating from those spears, I say you're quite well capable. I think you'd be good on the ropes as well. And the prince just gives a nod, doesn't seem to, he's being ordered, but he doesn't seem to be like, how dare you? I'm nobility. he just nods like, Of course, I'd be more than happy to do that. As long as I can as long as can be up here if anything should happen once more. And the captain Captain Buccaneer will then look to Vashana, Angelina, and you, Estelar, and look to the three of you. He's like, with all the fancy magic that all of you have, if you do not mind, I will ask in you doing that to. He looks to you, Vashana. Like what you said, keep what you're doing to help us move along as fast as we can, now that we will be going a little less fast than we have before.
I thought he was gonna say kitchen duty.
Vashana will look over to Estelar and will pipe up. Is there any way that you can increase the winds or control the winds, Estelar?
Looks through spell list.
Closes spell list. No.
Closes spell. Cut. I have gusts of wind. Hold on. I've never used this spell ever. A minute. Turn line. Strong wind for 1 minute. Sort of. Probably nothing quite sustainable. But it's worth a try, I suppose.
I suppose anything might be worth it.
I'm not versed in the magic, but if it cannot be well sustained for long, and considering how you guys are the magic users, I would ask that you probably save that then. Then, if that's the case, I ask you go on the rigging as well. You got he looks at you, a little bit up and down, so you have a strong physique. I think you could do well on the rigging as well. And then if that is with you two fine, you point to, you and Angelina and you, Vashana. If you could still continue doing what you were doing before, and maybe while you are also up there, keep an eye out, so as much as you can.
Yeah, with that, Vashana just kind of looks like out of the corner of her eye at Angelina, just to kind of gauge her response to that.
Yeah. Angelina seems, a little. She's definitely weird right now, from what you can tell from your earlier insights. And for the most part, she has not been, giving you any attention for the time being, but she is looking at the captain.
He's not been very warm, you would say.
Bow a little, and it's like, of course, I can keep helping with that. That's no problem.
And notably, you all can tell that Dolkin has been making an effort not to talk to or look at Vashana.
Yeah,
We noticed that?
I mean, I made an effort, not to. I'm not. I mean, unless you want me to roll stealth, but I wasn't being stealthy about it.
No.
Yeah, Vashana's just gonna shrug and be like, I plan to do it anyway, so might as well continue.
Alright. Well, for the time being, if we are fine, it is late. I will keep myself up for the little bit, but if I could ask all of you to stay for a little bit longer while the crew and I fasten things down and sit here for the time being. Moving targets would not be good out on the open ocean, especially with nasty creatures from the abyss. Please just stay up here for the time being, if that is all right with you.
Oh yeah.
And he'll start to walk off downstairs and kind of gather up his crew to just start discussing with them how things are going to go moving forward.
Okay, so Tricky wasn't up here already?
No.
Okay.
No. Basically, it was just you and the captain. It was just you guys and the captain. And everyone was just trying to figure out what the fuck they're gonna do now.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah. So now it's you guys are just kind of idling, just standing idly up here.
T-posing.
Yeah, Vashana's gonna jump on her broom and turn back and offer the space behind her like she always does to Angelina.
Yeah, she will. Yeah, she'll look at you, give a nod, and she'll climb up onto the broom.
And up to the crow's nest.
Alrighty, you do so and head up to the crow's nest. And as for the rest of you, I want you all to let's see. Actually,
Yes.
this will be more fun. Everyone else, roll me a d20.
Just a normal
Just a
ass
D20?
D20.
Just a flat
Yeah,
D20.
just a flat d20.
I don't get asked this very
Oh,
often.
no.
Uh-oh.
no!
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, no.
It's fine. This was just gonna be highest roll. Got this.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go, Hank.
So, Hank, while you're just sitting by and just like assessing the deck of the ship and looking around, you hear something.
Dude.
While you're sitting around, you hear a voice going, "Hello, hello.
Ah, Demeter.
Is this thing on?"
And I'll look up
And
look
this
around,
is not in the back of your head. This is to the right.
and then I'll look to my right.
And you'll see on the deck of the ship, in place where one of the marrows were, you see what looks like to be a mirror on the ground.
Oh no.
Oh.
Ah
Nice.
no.
Ah.
I'll walk
fuck.
over.
Ethanol.
I'll walk over to the mirror, and I'll be like,
You
"Hey."
hear, you hear, yeah. While you're walking over, you just hear like some. Is this thing on? You know how I hate to be kept waiting.
Ah, that's ethanol. Oof.
And you walk in front of the mirror? It is
Facing towards the sky, I assume?
Is it on the ground, facing up?
It's on the ground. While you start walking up to it, you see that is like the mirror portion of it is facing to the deck of the ship.
Oh, so it's
And
facing the wood.
You just hear like this tapping coming from it. It's like, if one of you does not respond very soon, there is going to be consequences.
Oh no.
Master, you do not want to keep me waiting.
And then
Oh,
I will go over, and I'll like. You say it's facing the deck of the ship?
It is facing
Like,
the
it's like
facing
face down.
It's face down on the ground.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then I guess I'll flip it over. I'll be like, "Hey."
Yeah, and you flip it over, and as you flip it over, you see this very large black eye with the purple iris just staring at just comically close to the mirror. He's like, "Oh, well, that's disappointing." As the eye pulls back, and you do see the face of Tethanol staring at you in the mirror, who is standing in front of it in the black garb that he has, with his long white hair pulled down to the ground, just staring. And you see that's what you saw before many times as this very wicked and scheming smile. He's just got this like unamused, unhappy frown on his face, like, "Oh, well, that's not the face I was wanting to see."
I could say the same.
"Well, hello there, Mr. Emberbeard. It's been quite some time." As that scowl goes away, and you see that row of jagged, sharp teeth just form into a smile. He's like, and then you start hearing him talking louder. "I would hope that the rest of your friends might be around to have a quick chat." As the rest of you guys, even seeing Hank move around, you can hear this voice now.
Vishana
Dolkin's ears
and
will
Angelina
perk
as
up.
well, or
Roll perception check to see if you can hear it, because you did say you went up to the crow's nest.
natural 20.
Yeah, you hear it.
Holy
You hear
shit.
the moment you hear that grating, annoying, comically, weirdly handsome voice come out from this man, but also one that you would love to strangle.
Yeah,
You
like-
get the feeling.
Almost like a cartoon with the smoke coming out of the broom, just 180 right back.
Good. That was a good sound.
That was pretty
effect.
good.
That was a really good sound
effect.
Thank you. I've been working on the sound effects.
Yeah, then-
I
and
feel
then-
like you
and then-
destroy
and
your
then-
throat.
And then when you do
Oh
that,
no, actually, that barely hurt.
And then when you do that, Angelina, like, it's just like good, just like grabs onto your shoulders like real quick as you flip around and go back around.
Yeah, immediately just hop off the broom, still floating there with Angelina on it. Tethanol, how are you, you fuck?
Oh, is that the lovely voice of
Angelina?
sorry,
Is that Angelina?
It's that Angelina, Luis. It's Angelina.
What was
Is that
her name?
Angelina?
What was her name?
She's my favorite. in
She's
the
my
group.
favorite. Is that? Sorry, I always forget your last name for some reason. Is that the lovely? Is that the lovely voice of Miss Kyotar I hear?
And I assume that's the annoying voice of a dead man I hear.
Oh, I'm only half dead. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm working on fixing that.
Oh, if one of you don't mind, could you kindly pick up the mirror so I could get a better look at all of you?
Vishana,
Or I could stay on the ground. I don't mind either way.
if no one will move for it, Vishana will just mage hand and pick it up and float it. So
Hank's the only one over there, so. Well, I mean,
Vishana came over to him.
Dolkin would have walked over, but Hank would be the
SLR
closest.
too.
Hank's the
We
closest.
can all
And then-
like cram into like the frame.
Yeah,
of
let's all
view.
cram
Yeah.
into the.
Yeah,
Um,
to make it easy, Vishana will float it 10 feet away so that it can get the full panoramic shot of all of us.
Yeah, hearing this, Prince Conrad just kind of like sits a little confused, but when he hears the word Tethanol, he's like, he has that look of like, oh, fuck, as he just kind of like stands there and watches you all, crowd around this mirror, and as you do, you see Tethanol, who kind of like, looks like he's like moving and adjusting the mirror. And you see him as he kind of like sets it down on what you could probably presume is a desk, as he like has it in front of a chair, very nice chair, probably like what you see in like an executive's office.
We
like
talking
a-
leather
Does it
back?
have wheels?
Like,
Does it
yeah, like-
rotate?
Yeah, I've like a very nice wooden chair with like a red leather inlay cushions.
Mahogany.
They just kind of sits on and just like moves back, and as he does, he kind of like sits there very calculatingly with his fingers pressed up against another, and as you get a look, he kind of like pushes the chair back a little, whether intentionally or not, and you see like behind him is what looks to be like a wall of mirrors that are just what you can assume is like maybe like 20 plus mirrors of varying size and difference with one another that are just behind him. He just looks at all of you. Oh, go ahead.
I like looking at myself in the mirror too, but I mean, this is a little much, don't you think?
Oh, I wouldn't say so. I think I just don't have enough,
Wow, it's almost like a vein or something.
Oh, to a fault, my dear, to a fault. But I see that the first envoy did not do the job correctly as I had instructed them to do so. That's a shame. That's disappointing.
You can tell the second and third envoys to fuck off, because they'll meet the same fate.
Well, as the first one was meant to, keep you busy while the rest were down there, well, I don't think I need a reason to send a second or third. I think I could probably send the rest, if you don't mind, that is.
Yeah,
But-
just
but
tell
what-
them to fuck off.
What if we do mind?
What if you just didn't send them?
No, he kind of just like raised a finger, placed it on his chin. I didn't quite think about that. You know what? It's been a while since I did this. As he pulls like a coin out and just like shows it to all of you. We make a little wager. I know Demeter loves to do this stuff so much. He loves to do it ever since he took it away from me. But if it lands on heads,
Well-
I get to do what I want. If it lands on tails, though, I'll leave you alone. How's that sound?
Hold up. You were once god of trickery. That means that you could easily trick us.
Oh,
What
no,
if-
no, I still am.
Oh, yes.
Don't let that confuse you.
So I see some problems here. It could be a rigged coin. Why don't you let one of us flick a heads or tails like me? I lost to Demeter 3 times in a row
He did.
on flipping heads or
Oh, I
tails.
did.
Dolkin is an honest boy.
He very much is.
So if anybody here was going to be the
Oh.
most honest, Hank would cheat 100%. Vashana has magic. Angelina has magic. And most I can do is make clouds. So I can't cheat.
Right.
Oh,
He's right.
it's-
I will cheat.
You make it sound like I'm dishonest and would throw you for a loop. Well, he kind of like shows you the coin and then flicks it, and then both sides are head. You'd be right, as he tosses it behind his shoulder.
And Vishana's just like, I mean, you kind of, fucked us over that one time where you
You
brought
might say
back...
she did throw us for
Ooh.
a
Yeah,
loop.
you did
Oh.
once already, so we're
Oh,
kind of up to
yes.
your game,
Oh. My
former
game?
god of trickery.
You know what they say: trick me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me.
No,
Former.
shame on him. Shame on him, Hank.
Former. Ah, my dear, I might have lost a lot thousands of years ago, but that is one I still hold on to. Don't you worry about that. Tricks have yet to come, my dear.
And you know what would surprise us?
Silly Tethanol. Tricks are for kids.
Nice.
And
I had to. I had to.
Nice.
and
Nice.
It is a good one.
I have a right good selection of children in front of me to play with as I wish.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
I love mine.
Whoa, Isaiah!
Oh,
Well, I mean, understandable. He is evil.
understandable. Have a good day.
Oh,
You know what?
and speaking of children I haven't seen in quite some time, is that young Conrad in the back there? As he looks and if anyone turns around, you see like the prince's like visage like turn pale like very quickly. Like, did this guy just?
And Vishana will go, no, that's not Conrad. That's his brother, Bonrad.
Bonrad. Oh, Prince. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen you. Oh, how you've grown. Oh, you've gotten so handsome over the years. You know, your father told me a lot about you growing up. It's a shame. I miss him. As he kind of just like sits back into his chair as he just leaned in closer into the mirror looking at this, and you guys can see Conrad is getting visibly uncomfortable as this goes round. As he just looks like very just stunned at like, what did this guy just say to me?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that Tethanol is like looking at Conrad and just eating up this reaction from him. It's like, yes, I know a lot about you, dear prince. A lot more than you'd probably want to not know. And I've been learning a lot more about each and every one of you every day that has passed. Yes, I have.
Well, that's good to know, Ted. No, I'm glad to know that. How about I have a few questions, if you don't mind, if you would indulge me ever so kindly.
Oh, well, I suppose I could, depending on the question. I mean, Orgral is going to be giving you a very quick meeting within the day. So, oops, did I spoil that? Oh, don't worry.
Oh.
He would have been coming regardless.
Well, that was going to be one of my questions, so I don't have to ask one anymore.
Well, you're welcome for that one.
So, let me paint the scene for you, and you can tell me. You just give me a yes or a no. So, your ultimate end goal is to get all the parts of the person we know that you're looking for, right? And assumedly, maybe take back what Demeter took from you, correct? And if the person the person you're trying to bring back, if he is also powerful, that he could make you into a more powerful god, why wouldn't he just kill you and take your godhood?
That's a very interesting question. I asked him the same question so many years ago. But don't worry, I know the answer, so you don't need to worry about that.
Mm-hmm. And you think it's just because you guys like shook on it? You're the god of trickery, so I can even assume that you have a plan to trick him as well, which means that he would know about that.
Or is it that you just don't care about studying?
Or is it that you just don't? Or is it that you're just really bored of being alive here on Earth? Which again, if that's also the point, we can help with that, or like we can help like make life worth living again, or make it not anymore.
Who's to say anymore? It's been so long since I've ever thought about something like that. Maybe I am bored. Maybe I do want to die. Maybe I want to just see everything burn. Maybe I do want to reclaim back what I've lost. Maybe all of the above. Who knows? I don't. Maybe I do. Who knows?
So,
But there is one certainty that I can answer for all of you, if you wish to be indulged in that.
You know,
With
Candace,
it, man.
Can this dick fit in your mouth? Yes, I've heard that one. Don't worry about it.
What about? Never mind.
Good.
Have you heard of SawCon?
I love that convention, Mr. Emberbeard. We have to go there sometime.
Suck on my nuts! And then I break the glass. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, but sure, enlighten us on something.
You were all supposed to die back in that mountain. That was one certainty that was supposed to happen. But I guess the gods have been keeping a closer eye on you than I would have initially thought. I would have thought that you were just easy pawns, easy tools that could have advanced my plans and just got me one step closer, but by some miracle of fate, as he just gets a little bit closer to the mirror, and you see his sharpened teeth just bearing down a little bit. You all survived, and you've been a bigger thorn in my side since then.
And Vishana will just kind of snarkily, well, you'll be happy to know that your old friend Demeter was responsible for keeping us a pain in your side. It's almost
I'm
like
aware now.
the actual god of trickery tricked you.
Oh. You might not be that smart. Demeter didn't want that one. I may have been stripped of what I had before, but I can assure you, young madam, I still reside over that domain, and a new one granted me by the Dread King himself, and I will hold those until the end of eternity.
Or
There is
until we kill you, whichever comes first.
Oh, the day you could do that. Well, that'd be, well, it's not to make an analogy when anything can happen, but, well, that'll be the day when fucking Demeter rolls over on his sides and probably gets a wife or something. That old fuck.
Didn't Demeter have a ring on his finger last time we saw him, Hank?
I think he did.
Roll a deception check.
Fuck yeah! Can I do it with advantage? Cause Hank helped me.
No.
Oh.
Ah, who needs it?
26, bitch!
Who needs it? Who needs it?
Do I roll one too?
He's like, what do you mean Demeter got married?
Sure, you can try.
Uh-oh. Oh!
22, still good!
22.
I mean, those are
Where'd I
both
put
pretty
this?
good.
Can't wait for him to roll like a 43 in insight.
I mean, he is a god.
He does have like a plus
Um,
13.
Yeah, he doesn't need to roll because he knows you're both lying.
Whatever.
That's a ability of his. Where he's like,
God.
oh, isn't that cute? You think you could lie to me? Naughty, naughty. He kind of like waves his finger back and forth. But holy, but oh,
No,
he
no,
kind of
no.
looks over to the side. Oh, now the business is calling. I'm afraid. As much as I love talking with all of you, I must be going at the current moment. But
Tethanol.
you
You know what's
yes,
not a lie?
Duncan.
Adult can walk up and he'll grab the mirror.
Mhm.
I am coming for Tangard. I know you have his soul, considering Demeter didn't have it. And you can, and Dolkin will look right in the mirror and just look him right in the eyes, and he'll be like, and you can try that little lie thing on me, but I'm coming for it, and I will take it from you.
My dear Dolkin, I may lie, and I may swindle, but I can tell you this one truth: I did have his soul, and you sent it into damnation when you killed him.
Like I totally believe you.
As he kind of. You're free to not believe me, but whether you don't or not, that is the one truth I'll give you. Whether you want to believe that or not, well, that's up to you to decide. But,
So your friends aren't coming then, since you're not giving us that truth.
oh, no. They'll be coming. Don't
Then
worry.
why are you lying about the one truth you're giving Tolkien, you piece of shit?
Well, maybe because I want to see, when he does find out what the truth is, whether he'll be a sobbing mess on the ground or, well, if he'll have the resolve to keep going. Either way, both work for me. As well. Soon, if everything goes according to plan, you'll be, what is that expression? Swimming with the fishes? Oh, and, Dokin. I'll be sure that, I should be sure that Ogral will, give his very warm welcome to you. Ta-ta. And Dokin, I'd like you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
Since you're holding the mirror.
I was indeed holding the mirror. Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, sirree.
That's my best stat, actually. Oh! 21.
21.
Does anyone else
Okay.
seeing the dice fucked up for them as well? Like, both of mine rolled a 13 on both die, but a 21 on the side?
No, I see one. I see one that's on the 16.
Well, I might have to restart, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, but 21. And as he says that, you see the mirror. You see the mirror immediately like have a one crack form in the middle where his face is, and you seeing what it did before. You just chuck it to the side as all the glass shards, as it goes over into the ocean. You see them all explode forward in the direction that the mirror would be facing.
Of course.
And you see as the glass shards just plink into the water, and the mirror, you see, makes a little splash as it starts to sink to the bottom.
I told you guys coming on a freaking boat was gonna be a bad idea.
I know it was going to be a bad idea, Tolkien. Just
Are you okay, big guy?
Dolkin will look towards you. He still looks upset with you. But he does give you a nod. And then he'll walk back to the rest of the group.
Vashana will take a moment and then jump on the broom with Angelina and go back up to the crow's nest.
Yeah,
I
you'll
give
see
Tolkien a
her.
little pet.
Yeah, you'll see her look visibly a little uncertain, but she does look to you and give like a slight nod of, like affirmation that things will be okay as you both fly up to the crow's nest.
Hank sighs as he's the one to clean up the glass.
It's
already in the
the
ocean.
water.
Oh, I threw it. I threw it.
Hank's going swimming to clean up. Don't pollute the water.
never mind.
Don't pollute the ocean. Hank is a firm believer in don't pollute the
No
ocean.
polluting.
Pollute the ocean, you fuck!
Necromancy? Nah, that's totally fine. Polluting the ocean, on the other hand, that is
That's
punishable
a crime.
by death.
That's a sin against the gods right there.
You know what?
I'll give Tolkien a pat on the shoulder.
Yeah, you give Tolkien a pat on the
Tolkien.
Yeah, you give Dolkin a pat on the shoulder, and Dolkin will reach up and he'll grab at your hand and he'll squeeze it a little bit.
Yes, I should die, Tolkien.
Dolkin will look up towards the crow's nest and then just look down towards you and then just
Down. Wait, looking down.
well, cause you're a short, tiny baby. Tiny
We're
baby.
the same height.
I can pick you up and crush you. No, but he looks to you. I don't know if you heard any of what me and Vashana talked about.
Not the lady.
Here, there's a. I'm gonna go up to where I know the navigator is, and gonna join me before you go start pulling. Before the captain gets back and talk there. No need to spread drama around the ship.
Good.
And Dolkin will walk towards where he knows the navigator's office because he went there one time. So.
Yeah. You go and find him, and yeah, you both go and walk. You pass by the prince, who just seems to be just like, he overheard everything, but is just sitting there just seeming deep in thoughts as you two start passing.
I will tell him as we're walking by, just I will assure him that I will keep him up to date every minute of if we're being attacked, every minute I'll keep him up to date.
Yeah, once you get his attention, he seems to just snap out of his thought and looks up, is like, oh, yes, that'll be good.
I'll give him a "we'll talk later" kind of a thing.
He nods,
Hey.
and he'll look to you, Hank, as you're staying up on the stern of the ship, just like, Mr. Hank,
Aye.
I feel like I could use a drink right now.
I just imagine
As can I.
I just imagine Hank's just staying there like, women, am I right?
Goddamn elves, am I right?
He just looks at you, he's like, I feel like I could go for a drink right now.
Feelings mutual.
He just like motions with the head to like, come on, let's go get a drink.
Big.
Yeah, so
Alright.
you go down and go to get a drink and with Prince Conrad and you guys go to talk with Tricky, who does say, you guys are just in a pretty hectic combat, so for the time being,
Drinks are free.
no.
Oh.
For the time being, he wants you all, to go get some rest, to rest up. They'll keep. It says they'll keep the ship anchored where it is right now for the time being to keep it, adrift, and just have a few of the crew on the top deck, just to keep an eye out for things. But he will not say no to you guys if you guys want to, because most of you were keeping like a watch up, Vashana, Hank and Estar. If one of you would be willing to, at least be up throughout the night, keep a watch out, as one would do when making camp, they'd be appreciative of that.
And
Yeah.
well,
I'd be happy
Dolkin
to.
is also going to, like, when he's not on, like, when someone relieves him from their duty, like Dolkin will on watch.
He'll look up to the crow's nest and say, seeing that Angelina and Vashana are up at the crow's nest right now, he'll say, for you guys to just, for the rest of you to go hit the hay and get some sleep, and they'll rely on, your team to, reliably get each of you up for a new watch.
Of course.
So, hey, Matt! Thanks for
Oh, boy.
volunteering for first watch.
Yeah, that was the plan.
It's
Alrighty, so,
fine. I have to gossip with Estelar.
well, I mean, if basically this is just saying like you guys, just go rest, just get some sleep while you can, and then just take your watches as normal. But yeah, so I assume unless anyone says otherwise, you'd all be going back to your hammocks and trying to get some sleep to rest up.
You know what? As we are all in the room, Dolkin will tell them about the fight that him and Vashana had. Like
Okay.
as we like go to like as Dolkin like goes to sit in his hammock and everyone's there and he lets out like a sigh and he's like, so been a little intense lately with me and Vashana, if you guys couldn't tell.
You don't say.
We had a bit of a fight after the whole incident with the things, and it kind of got me a little mad. And Vashana said she basically said that none of our lives are worth more than anyone else's on this ship. And although I get where she's coming from, I can't. It really got under my skin because my life isn't more important than like your life or anybody else's captain's life, because like everyone's life is important. And imagine if one of your friends, or imagine if like one of your friends or your dad, and Dalton kind of like looks really sad at that, just like never came back one day, because everyone's life is important.
Also, Chase, if you said something, I did not.
Yeah,
hear
you were too
anything.
quiet.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. This sounds a little grim to say that.
Vashana here? Well,
No,
Doki's
Vashana
No,
is
first watch.
she's up.
Vashana,
She's up
Vashana,
in the
Vashana and
crow's
Angelina
nest.
are on
Yeah.
watch right now. You know they're on first watch right now.
Yeah.
Did you say anything to her, Doki?
I didn't hit her.
Well,
better
I mean,
than I
that'll
did.
start.
But, Mom, are we?
You see,
Continue.
sorry.
No.
no, yeah. The prince just on the hammock, just like he took most of the heavy armor that he has off, mostly just his like breastplate and like the leggings and the shoulder pads, basically to where he's just like got his like gauntlets and leg wear on. Seems like he wants to be ready to get his armor on as quickly as possible.
Yep.
But you see him just like laying on his hammock, looking up at the one scene. It's like, Miss Kyotara is a feisty one. I can only imagine she might be experiencing a level of stress as well after something like that.
Yeah, that's why I kind of feel bad for, because I really wanted to say something these past couple of days about like the whole situation, and I understand that she didn't grow up with other people. She told us about how she was just left on an island, and like I kind of get that. I was in the ground for most of my life, so I mean I was around people, so I guess it isn't the exact same, but I haven't been able to say anything these past couple of days, and it's been really getting my blood boiling every single time I think about it. I don't know how to properly explain it. And also, I don't...
You see the prince look to you, Doken. It's like, words have only as much meaning behind them as one's actions will give them. Miss Kyotara, I'm sure she is just coping and going through the motions as we are in a different way.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Though the morbidity of words like that cannot go, well, untalked about.
I just really hope that nobody else heard us, because I don't want other people to start looking at Bashana thinking that she's not a good person, because we're all good people in our own way, and I just really hope that everyone can understand that. I'll try and talk to her tomorrow if we're not all dead. Well, we won't be dead.
Let's all try to get some sleep as quickly as we can. If what that man said, you see his face sort of darken a bit, is to be taken at face value, we may have company coming soon. So let's try to get as much rest as we can in what little time we might have.
If any of you get woken up before me, wake me up. I'll guarantee to make sure to let you know an exact position.
You all rest well.
Yeah.
As the prince tries to kind of just like move into his hammock and try to sleep. And
I'm gonna do the same.
And Ma will form a web underneath you, and actually no, she won't. She'll actually climb on top of you and sleep on top of you.
Oh, thank God. Yeah,
He's
Dolkin.
worried.
You can tell she was worried about you, and she's still worried about you, so she's staying as close as she can to you right now.
Dolkin will give her a big hug and go to bed with her.
Yeah. And moving from that, Vishana, up in the crow's nest with Angelina. I want you to give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at night the
Spyglass doesn't do it.
Yeah, spyglass wouldn't be able to help you since you'd just be looking into darkness.
16.
All right, and
That's pretty
Angeline's also
good.
there with you, so
It's pretty good.
I'll also roll for her as
I'm rolling like a champ tonight.
You are rolling like a champ tonight. Save those rolls for when we get attacked.
Yeah, for when we
though.
die.
Honestly, legit.
okay, 14, very good. Yeah, you both are kind of looking out into the distance and just watching the waves and the sky. It's definitely awkward because you know that Angelina is not the most happy camper with you right now.
Well, as they're looking out and keeping watch, Vishana's just gonna, without even turning to look at her, are we okay?
What did you mean by that?
Hmm?
She says without looking to face you two, as she's
with,
looking at your 6.
with that, she'll look over her shoulder. Hmm? What are you talking about?
I heard what you said to Dolkin. What did you mean by that?
I meant what I said. No one's life is more important than my friends. And that includes you. I would move mountains and the ocean itself if it meant that you would be okay.
You hear her just kind of like huff a little. She still doesn't turn, but
Yeah.
you feel like the atmosphere might have relaxed a little bit.
Yeah, and she'll continue. I don't care about anyone else other than the people who are important to me. I guess you could say I'm selfish, terrible person.
I understand the anger, especially towards those marrow on the ship. I can understand that, but when you finish one and then also compare them to the crew who have been helping us, that's not good. You say that I appreciate you thinking our lives are better, but that doesn't give you. And by this point, you can feel as the crow's nest moves a little bit, as she's definitely turned. You can see that she's now facing you. That doesn't give a right to peg people's lives down.
And with that, she'll just whip around and look her dead in the eyes. Tolkien wouldn't let me save him. Because there was some crew member in the way. If it wasn't for Ma, he would be dead.
So he should have just let that man die?
The man would have been fine. He knows how to swim. Tolkien doesn't.
You know that for sure.
Hard to make a living on a boat if you can't swim.
How do you know there weren't just more in the water?
If there were more in the water, people were going to die anyways. If there were more in the water, that would have been a for certain death for Tolkien.
I don't think it's right to get. I don't think it's right to get mad.
Put the crew over Tolkien.
I understand that. That's fine. But then she kind of like turns a little. But I don't think that gives you right to be mad at Dolkin because he wants to save someone.
I'm just frustrated. And tears start coming down her face. I can't save everyone. Let me save the people who matter.
She'll turn towards you. You'll see her face soften a bit. She'll come in and give you a small little hug.
Vishana will not make eye contact with her. She's just wiping away her tears.
And as you do that, you feel on top of your head as you just feel a little blip, 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 as you start to feel rings start to hit your head. And as you look up, you see that the clouds are starting to darken, and in the distance you see lightning.
She'll finally finish wiping away her tears, look at Angelina dead in the eyes, and just for a moment hold that gaze before giving her a kiss. Come on, we need to wake everyone.
At least she won't reject. She won't, move away from it, and she'll give you a small nod. Let's try to keep it simple for now. Let's make sure everyone can get rested. You especially. She pokes a finger on your collarbone. Yeah, I can tell you're tapped out.
Just a lot.
Come on, let's go. She'll grab the broom that's kind of sitting and kind of and then she'll speak in the. Cause remember, I think
it's Draconic. She should know.
Yeah, because she also knows Draconic, and she'll say the command word to make it go and sit on it and sit on the front this time actually, and just tap behind her for you to get on.
And she'll get on behind her and riding side saddle and just lean into her back.
And she'll, as you guys are just very casually, slowly going down, she'll give you a little nudge with her head. It's like, I still like you. Just wasn't happy with that. I just wasn't happy with how you said that.
Yeah, I might not look like it, but I'm kind of shit with words.
She'll just give you a nudge. Maybe think about how you say things before you go making our, gentle giant very angry.
Yeah, I need to apologize.
At least, don't compare. At least, don't compare something you're killing. Don't compare the crew to, something that you're actively killing. That doesn't look very good.
It came off bad. It came out wrong when I said.
Yeah, she looks at you. That came off really bad. You probably shouldn't do that.
And the tiefling woman, I forget her name. She's really pissed at me.
I don't think she'd like you talking about her crew like that.
Yeah,
she just gives you
she's really pissed.
You've got some explaining to do. She's bring you both down to the door and opens it. Says it's not raining hard. It's just a very small drizzle as the crew is starting to start to set up kind of as you guys are also going around. There seems to be a between the bow and the stern, there seems to be a tarp that is set between the two. That's kind of like hanging off the top of the of the two decks that are elevated, and they start unraveling and pulling and moving and tying so that there's a tarp over the main deck between the bow and the stern.
Yeah.
So there's a place that they can be dry while while it's raining.
Once Vashana goes into the cabin, she will wake up Estelar and just be like, "Hey,
that.
There's a storm coming in."
Oh shit! Did I see it on my Druidcraft thing ever? Because I've been doing it every day.
You do that usually at the beginning of the morning, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, it would not, and also you would have been moving.
Yeah.
So I'm basically, the way I'm thinking about Druidcraft is in the vicinity. So I'm thinking about an immediate area would be basically Dolkin's range of 5 miles with his
Primal
awareness was kind of what I'm basing Druidcraft on.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, especially at the beginning of the day, you wouldn't get anything.
I should up that to twice a day then.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Or when you wake up and before you go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you did that
Starting
before you went to
tomorrow.
bed, you definitely would have noticed. Like it would have gone up like, oh, it's gonna storm tomorrow.
Storm. All right.
But you can also Druidcraft right now to see how bad the storm
yeah.
will be.
I would
Because-
like to do that.
Yeah. So you do Druidcraft, and as you wake up, Angeline would ask if you would want someone else with you. So she could wake up like Dolkin or the Prince or
Dolkin
Hank if you needed.
Dolkin did ask to be
Yeah.
woken up.
It has to be woken up.
You don't have to,
And
but
Vishana will, as Estelar is doing her Druidcraft, will say, I need to sleep, but I can at least give you an umbrella while I rest.
You're the rain protector thing.
Right.
That would be nice. So,
It might get a little crowded with 3 people up in the crow's nest, but it's up to you. I think Hank might be able to fit.
it's alright. You don't have to worry about it. Just get some rest.
Well, if you do want to stay dry, the crew is setting up a tarp outside. I think I saw some of them pulling raincoats too from some of the crates that they have on deck.
I still have this raincoat, and I'm gonna pull out the little like
deer
poncho.
raincoat.
Oh yeah.
We got them back when we were in my forest. I never gave it back.
I still have mine.
Same.
Oh yeah. You guys got your ponchos. I forgot about
I
that.
have my ponchos. I'm gonna
Yeah,
pull out
so
the
you-
poncho.
Yeah, so you can
Same.
pull that out, and it's just like, oh yeah, so no rain.
I still don't know
Well,
about
well
all of you.
there'd be
Stay
rain.
away.
There'd be rain, but you wouldn't get wet.
Yeah.
And start getting cold and start getting a cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Vishana's still gonna be like, it's fine. I can just turn it on and it stays on. I'm just going to rest underneath the main sail.
and Angelina will put a hand on your shoulder and it's like, why don't we sleep in here? I think we could all use more rest.
I need to
You're right, Vishana.
make amends for
It's
the shit I
Dolkin.
said. To
Dolkin already told us what happened.
Dolkin and the crew, because Angry Red Lady overheard me.
And I imagine she's slight pissed.
Yes, I get that sense. So, it's the least I
Angelina-
can do.
Angelina will grab you one of the pillows off the bunk or the hammock, and also like a blanket from her bag is like, well, at least keep yourself warm out there.
Thank you.
Vishana.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing. You're doing alright.
No,
No.
it's...
Why is that?
I'm worried that something has happened to Mother. Or people close to her. I'm worried something's going to happen to all of you, and I'll lose more people I care about.
I'm thinking of words.
Tolkien almost died today. If it wasn't for Ma, he would have died.
You don't know that.
He can't swim.
Perhaps not. But... Vashana. It is not a bad thing to want to help your friends. But you don't have to try to do everything by yourself. We're a team, aren't we? We can work together.
Vishana's got her head hung real low, and you can see just drops coming off of her face. Yeah. She reaches up and wipes an eye. Yes.
Angelino, as you guys are, she'll won't say anything, but she'll just kind of like come up behind Vashana and give her like a little hug, arms around the waist.
Yeah. You're right.
She kind of like grabs your hand and looks to you. Grabs your hand. Vashana looks to you, Esthar. It's like we've got a long day ahead of us. Let's try to keep spirits up, right?
Yeah. And she'll really like roughly rub her cheeks and her eyes.
After all, that's what'll piss Tethanol off more is if he doesn't get our spirits down, right?
Yeah.
So, like, stick it to him, tell him to go screw himself.
Oh, come on, say it.
Tell him he can go
Frick,
fuck himself.
frick him.
Yeah.
Frick himself.
Shove it up his ass.
Yes,
Oh, boy.
that.
There you go.
Like that.
You guys are a bad influence on me. She says.
Yeah, Vashana's cracking a big smile and just kind of giggling, and she'll
I'll give both of them like a little like tussle of the hair.
and if you'll allow her, Vashana would like to hug you, Estelar.
Now
Hesitant
that's
way.
going too far.
Yeah, a little bit much.
I'll allow it.
Well, okay.
I'll allow it.
I mean, if it's too much for you,
I'll allow it.
I know it's lewd, but
Human
like,
attention.
Estelar's a little hesitant, but she'll allow it.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if your boyfriend hugs you?
Ooh.
Ooh,
Kill him.
That's gross.
Yeah.
gross, lewd,
Cooties.
lewd.
He's got cooties.
He's got cooties.
Yeah, but Vashana will like she doesn't stand as tall as you, so her head's like just right below your breast as she gives you a big hug.
How tall is Vashana?
She's like 5'2".
Oh shit, she's
Yeah.
short.
Yeah.
I think Angelina is what? I think actually Angelina and Vashana are both the same. Oh no, I forgot. Angelina's smaller. She's 5 foot even.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so tiny.
Yeah. We
tiny.
are the tiny babies. We do the most damage with explosions, but we are the tiny babies.
Angelina ain't got any explosions. What are you talking about?
She's support.
She's the support.
She's our HM slave.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, she is.
She really is. Like, don't even try to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, no, she's the bee barrel.
Excuse you. Oh, hold on. What's another popular age? She's a Line Noon at least.
Well, no, Lynoon got cool because he has an evolution now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but you guys.
After giving Estelar like a just a little bit too long hug, she'll break off once again, rubbing her eyes. All right, let me apologize to the big guy, and I'll go set up the umbrella. As she,
Are we waking Tolkien up too?
as she will walk over towards Tolkien. He kind of has the only ability that lets us know if there's a creature that's in that storm.
Oh,
So-
that's true, but we don't want to keep him up all night.
Well,
Because if Desnal's not lying to us and there's another attack coming, we probably want everyone to at least be somewhat well rested.
true, but... And she kind of rubs the back of her neck. I'm gonna be selfish. I can't sleep without apologizing.
That's fair. I'm gonna lay down though. I'm gonna try and
go
get some sleep. And she'll
Yeah.
go and lay down.
Yeah,
in
and
her hammock.
instead of actually like touching or talking with Dolkin, she will mind link with him.
Mm-hmm.
And just as Dolkin's dreaming away about whatever, probably mushrooms or something,
Yep. Got him.
yeah, he'll just hear, "Hey, big guy."
I assume this would wake me up. Because it's talking in my brain. It's not Vashana, and I don't think I'd be dreaming about Vashana.
I'll say You know, for fun, because I imagine
Yeah.
this will be pretty late, and after a tough fight, you guys will probably contact. Roll a con save with advantage.
Con
Just-
save with
just see if
advantage.
it does wake you up.
Natural 20.
Natural
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, the moment you hear Vashana's voice, so whatever your dream or sleep you're in, you're immediately stirred out of you. So you don't, bolt up, but your eyes immediately just shoot up and like, oh, that's Vashana.
Yeah, and
That bitch.
my eyes like shoot open, and I blink really quickly and I look around, and I look towards Vashana, and I'm like, oh, hey Vashana, I've been meaning to talk to you, meaning to apologize.
And she's got the softest look on her face as she's making eye contact with you, while you're still like she's just kind of standing over your hammock as you're there.
Yep, of course.
Still in your mind. I said some stupid things today.
I wasn't the nicest.
I
And
just care about all of you so much that I can't stand to see something happen to you. And when you chose the life of a crew member over yourself, it made me upset. And I'm sorry.
I want to.
And she says this out loud.
Yeah.
The I'm sorry out loud.
And I want to apologize as well. I know we grew up differently, and we think things differently, and we can't tell what each other are thinking. And I'm sorry for, actually, I'm not sorry for trying to save that guy, because I want to make sure that everyone can go back home to their parents and their loved ones just as much as you. But I apologize for the way I acted earlier. I hope that we can come to better understand each other in the future. I'm sorry if what I do gets me hurt, but I just want to make sure that everyone can go home at the end of the day, no matter who it is. And about the not treating the animals or the other people with respect, I'm sorry that got to me as well, but if we're gonna be better than Tess and all, we have to act like we're better than him and show everyone the same kindness, even if they don't show it to us. And I apologize if this will ever get me hurt in the future. But we all have a family, and I want everyone to be able to go home to them.
For the third time tonight, Vashana starts crying. And as she's crying, she just goes, at least let me save you once, big guy.
Oh, well, I mean, you did. You eventually, after that guy was in safety, and he'll climb out of the hammock and give her a big hug and a pat on the back.
Yeah, and she'll squeeze you tight and just
Yeah.
bury herself in your fur.
Yeah. And, well, you did save me, and I promise you there'll be more times where I'll do stupid things to save someone else, and you'll be able to come and save me again. Well, hopefully they won't be that dumb, because I did almost fall in the water, and, well, there's probably more of them in there, and I probably would have died. So it would have been the smart thing to do, but I didn't think about that at the time. I was more hoping...
I can tell you, these hooves, they ain't got anything
they
to
don't,
them.
there's no
Kicking ain't gonna do jack shit with these hooves.
In the water, I am a fucking brick.
Yeah, she's just silently sobbing into your chest.
Yeah, he doesn't mind. He's giving you like a pat, and he picks Maul up and puts her like just with one arm and puts her on his back, and like, well, I gotta go make sure that we all don't get eaten tonight, so that we can eventually go to Daddy, so we can go see your mom and see how she's doing.
Yeah, and she'll look up to you and just tears are running down the side of her face. Yeah, there's a storm coming in. I'll be your umbrella tonight.
Oh, I have this, and he'll pull out the raincoat.
And she's just like, both in and out of character. She goes, look, I got this ability at level 6. I'm going to use it, damn it.
Fair.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Because this would, with the ability, perception checks would be a lot easier because you wouldn't get rain in your face. Your ponchos are just to keep you from like getting a cold while out in the rain.
I'm not even gonna fucking do percent. I'm just gonna use my ability every minute. But I mean,
Yeah.
But Brandon,
Yeah.
would you mind if you could give Ma a wisdom check for me?
Let me give her wisdom check for
Or
you.
actually,
Yep.
insight actually, because she can do insight.
Where did you put insight? Oh, I just click it, right?
Yeah, you just click
Can I
insight.
turn this into a normal character sheet somehow so I can look at it like how mine looks? Or is that not
Unfortunately
possible?
Not, because this is a
Shit.
monster. It's
Yeah.
a monster sap block.
Okay.
It really won't
Yeah,
have
'cause-
I
anything.
can't believe you would call Ma a monster.
NPC.
Yeah,
stat
It's
well,
an
block's
just 'cause-
NPC stat
weird.
block.
Okay, so never mind, because
It-
this is the layout's
Sorry.
so weird.
Yeah, sorry.
Insight,
He is a monster.
big +4. Uh-oh!
Oh no.
That's
Ma.
not good.
Hi.
Her big +4 really
Wait,
didn't save
does Ma-
her.
Does Ma have inspiration?
She does. You know what? Inspiration literally doesn't matter.
Oh.
I'm gonna say it would be low enough. I just want to, do an insight check for her regardless, but you know what, fuck. Fuck it. Ma's gonna do something cute.
Rules of cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
rule of cool.
As you guys are, Ma's like, kind of like in the hammock, watching you two.
Barely waking up.
No. When you woke up, she woke up.
Oh, okay.
Considering you were on top of her, or she was on top of you.
Okay, makes sense.
But
Oh god.
yeah, but looking at that, when she climbs onto your back, Vashon, you'll see like Ma just like looking down at you, like over Dolkin's shoulders, and it very softly you like, and she'll have one of her legs go out, and she'll place it on your head and do a
Little
motion.
pat.
Like Eslar does with like patting your head.
Yeah, Vishana will smile big and just kind of gently rub the hairy leg on her head.
Yeah, it seems like she's catching on to the emotions that are going around and trying to comfort you.
Yeah, and Vishana will, still hugging Dolkin, wipe away the tears with one eye, and then... Okay. God. 3 times in one night. Good lord. I must be getting soft or something.
Oh, well. I assume that's what the sea does to us, because I told everyone this was a bad idea, but you guys didn't want to listen. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go make sure that I don't go swimming ever.
And I'm gonna go turn on the anti-waterworks for once.
Alright, now, do you need me to roll anything, Isaiah? Because I really gotta use the restroom.
Yeah, we'll say roll a Eslar and Dolkin. Where would you guys be in the crow's nest, or would you
No.
like be where it could be dry?
No. Dawkins,
You don't want to be the crow's nest?
why would I want to climb up there? I can barely see anything to begin with.
I mean, like, I don't know. I thought the.
I'm
well, I guess it is
I'm just
night,
asking.
so.
Where would you be on the ship when on your watch?
Dolkeen.
Would you be on the
Where-
Would you be where it's dry, somewhere on the deck, like looking around the perimeter, in the crow's nest?
I am going to be somewhere where there's not a lot of foot traffic, because every single minute I'm casting primeval awareness. Like I'm just like I just want to concentrate on that, and if ever I feel something get within, like, let's say a mile of the ship, like I'm gonna keep like constant tabs, so like whoever's passing by, I can be like, hey, by the way, just so you know, blank. But if somebody gets within a mile, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna fucking bolt and like go wake everyone up. So that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah.
But I really gotta
Yeah,
I
use the
would like to
restroom.
be in the crow's nest.
How tall is the main mast, Isaiah?
Tall.
Mast, that'd be like 50 feet tall.
Okay.
Holy shit.
It's
Yeah.
or,
So
yeah, that's about average for a mast.
Yeah.
Well, probably not 50 feet. More like maybe 30, 35 feet, somewhere around there. 50 feet
Yeah.
seems a little excessive.
yeah,
Now that I think about
if it's 30 feet, Vishana will be, I think.
I think you'd be 10. I think you'd be in
Yeah,
10
you'd be
feet
10
under.
feet. Yeah, you're 10 feet
Ow.
tall. Yeah, so Vishana
But
will
that-
offer, if you want to go into the crow's nest, Estelar, she will offer to be your umbrella in the crow's nest, just sleeping up there, though.
She will accept it.
And she'll take you up there on the
Yeah.
broom, even.
And because it spreads out 20 feet in each direction, right?
Yep, it's a 20-foot radius sphere, so it's 20 feet up, 20 feet down, 20
That-
feet out.
That's nice.
Yeah, actually, for the most part, then the entire the entire stern of the ship would be completely dry, and you'd be able to walk around without rain. So you'd be able to go to the back of the ship, to the wheel, to the sides of at least around the stern without getting any rain on you.
Yeah, so Dalkin will make sure to stay in that where foot traffic would be a little light.
Yeah, the foot traffic, the bow of the ship, no one's up there.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone's mainly around like the main deck where they put up the tarp so that
Okay.
there's no rain, and
Yeah.
looking out the sides of the ship.
Okay.
So yeah, so go ahead and if you're so basically Dolkin, you're just gonna be on monstrosity duty,
Yeah.
looking for things that are gonna be monstrosity and demon duty for things
Yeah. And I really
Okay,
gotta use the
so-
restroom, so Estel, I have
Yeah,
fun.
so go ahead and you go ahead and reuse the restroom, and SR, give me a perception check, and after that we'll do a quick break.
No.
Well, as it gets darker and with the storm coming, when you go up, it's raining a little bit, so there seems to be nothing for the most part. But as the storm starts to come in, as you guys start to get onto the edge of it, it definitely starts picking up. The wind starts moving and howling a little bit more. Definitely a good thing that the sails are currently up, or else the ship would be rocking every which way. And the waves definitely... Actually, wait, I forgot. I have something for this now. Let's see. There we go.
Dorm ambience. Hell yeah. Oh, everyone's angry.
Oh, okay. Tabletop audio. It's just the crew.
That sounds like the crew, yeah, getting all.
That's just the crew. That's just the crew fluffing about. But yeah, you just that's still a little loud to me.
It's quite loud.
Is that better? Or a little bit more, or a little
I'm
bit
good.
lower?
I mean, I adjusted it on my end, so it's good on my end, but
Okay.
like,
Yeah, but that's just the crew for the most part. Yeah, we'll just say this crew for the most part, just faffing about on the main deck. But yeah, as the storm comes in, it gets extremely dark out. Like they've got torches and lanterns up underneath the tarp on the main deck. But that's about all the torchlight that there is. As you look around, and there's no moonlight or anything of reference to use to look around, so it is completely pitch black, like 20 feet out from the ship. The odd lightning strike that comes in every now and again is all that gives you enough light to have like a second to assess what's going on. And there's some pretty big waves that are coming in, but nothing that looks like it's going to capsize the ship. So you seem like you're fine for the time being. And as we, I don't think Brandon's back yet, so we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and take our break now.
All right, get up.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
so-
pee.
Stretch, get some water, get some snackies.
I will get some snackies.
All right. Yeah, who's here? No one? Oh,
I just got back.
oh, welcome. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Got myself a soda
Nice.
to quench my thirst.
I have
I
water
return.
for purposes. Oh, welcome back.
Thank you.
Back, if you want to go and get a snack, we took a quick break.
Oh, well, I guess I'll
While
go get a.
waiting for you.
I guess I'll go get a
Yeah,
fucking
'cause-
snack then.
Yeah, go get a snack. Go get a snack.
Fuck. Also, Nia's
You
in
deserve
chat, and
it.
they
You
said, wow, how beautiful. I love the D&D sounds. Blah blah blah. How are you?
Yeah,
I'm doing
yeah.
great, Nia. How the hell are you doing, man? I saw that you went AFK
roll
earlier.
20 for that.
I see that you're in chat as well, Isaiah. Do you take care of this, by the way? Nice to meet you. I'm Nia. Okay. Thanks for being here, Nia. Again, I'm gonna go get a snack while Isaiah personally types to you in chat.
Yeah, I'm here. I can answer right here. A lot of this is just like either stuff in Roll20 or just like ambient noise that I can pull from YouTube and grab it on here. Fucking, I wanted to grab like fun sea shanties for the last session, but all the sea shanties were either really boring, because it was like a single guy in like a monotone voice doing them, or it was just like overly bombastic with like fucking drums and other instruments. Like
I sent you the full Black Flag shanties.
I didn't think it fit any of them fit that.
What about Bones in the Ocean?
I guess that probably could. I don't know. I guess I was looking for like a more like, something a little more jollier than that, which I didn't find anything.
Bones in the Ocean's a little sad. I was like trying to find a way to ask.
I was trying to find like something like, it's like, oh, what are your bottles of beer on the wall? Just like fucking really silly and goofy sea shanties was what I was trying to find.
Not Bones in the Ocean.
No, not Bones in the Ocean. I did find one, but I felt there wasn't a right spot for it, and I was still kind of iffy on it. What was it?
Yeah, I was actually surprised you never played us shanties.
Oh yeah, it was this one.
Oh, this is cute. I like this.
I just felt I didn't really have a spot in the last session to really use it.
I like it. I like it.
Oh yeah, it's you know what? I feel like this would be good, like for when you guys are finally getting back to landfall to start playing.
When Estella goes and kisses the ground because she's like, oh, sweet lad, I'll never leave you again. Yeah, this is nice. I like this.
I like it. It's called Irish Rovers.
Did you find another love in your arms to hold? Says he, I thought of only you while on the sea afar. So come up the stairs and cuddle with your jolly roving tar. So pass the blowing bowl, boys, there's whiskey in the jar, and we'll drink to all the lassies and the jolly roving tar.
It was really nice. I found this one and I added it to my playlist because I really like the way it sounds.
Yeah, it's got a bop. It's super cute.
Don't you leave me, Johnny lad. I thought you'd marry me. Says he, I can't get married, for I'm married.
Alright, now I return.
Oh, welcome back.
Thank you. Oh my god, the music's so fucking loud.
I imagine.
No, I can just turn it down on my end.
No, I can.
No, it's fine. That's good.
I was like this. I didn't find a lot of sea shanties that fit the vibe I wanted, and this was kind of like the only one that I found. I just feel I didn't have a good place to play it last session.
We didn't have like much
There wasn't
of a jolly time.
Yeah. Last session was us getting murdered.
Oh yeah, well before that even.
Oh yeah, I guess that is true.
Because we were paranoid. We weren't having fun. We were being paranoid.
Yeah, you guys were having fun on the ship, so I was like, oh yeah, I don't know if they'd be doing sea shanties with the crew.
No, we wouldn't. Esther wouldn't have at least.
I mean, they'd be doing sea shanties in the back, but I was like, I want a spot when they just like want to sit down and enjoy themselves. Well,
maybe on the ride back.
Yeah. Also, we definitely can't go for like 4 hours tonight because I gotta wake up earlier because Dad wants me to help him make breakfast.
Okay,
We're
well,
gonna make big
okay,
breakfast.
well, don't worry. I've got a spot to stop this
Okay,
then.
we're not close. I said we
You know,
definitely can't do 4
before
hours.
we get attacked.
Yeah, before we do another combat. I mean, Isaiah, if you wanted like some sea shanties, you could just ask me. I mean, I could record you some sea cadences if you want. I'll personally record them for you.
Sure.
Wait, why'd you turn off the music? It was popping.
Oh, because well,
Because it's not time for that.
it's not time for sea shanties yet.
It's time for
Time to
doom and
spare.
gloom.
Isaiah, have you also thought about becoming like a Roll20 Prime subscriber or whatever this thing is called?
I did. I did go to Prime.
Yeah, I might do it just because.
I did the smaller one.
I'm back.
Return.
Welcome back.
Oh,
I would want to do it
Which is
just for the light thing, you know, where you can make the tokens see their actual vision.
yeah. Which I did it because the ship mat that I got from the marketplace.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah,
'cause it looked really good.
It was only $3. I was just looking. I was just looking on the marketplace. I'm like, where do I want? I know Roll20's got some better assets that I could be using, and I found the ship. I'm like, oh, that's perfect.
I mean, it looks amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
It had 2 floors as
I don't
well.
know. 3 actually. Well, it's got the main deck. It's got like the rooms on the main deck, and then it's got like below deck rooms.
Okay.
And even alternate versions of the map should things go bad.
Oh, good. Oh,
that's what we like to hear.
well, here you go, Isaiah. I'll give this to you on Discord. No one else has seen this yet. My map got done for my world.
Oh.
I'll send it to you and Matt, because everyone else will just have to wait until they go buy a map.
Yeah, Matt's
Yep.
yeah, because Matt's not in your game. Is Chase back yet?
He was back.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I'm
I was
here.
back.
No, he's not.
I did not hear you, Chase.
He got back before I did.
Sorry
Like,
about that. Am I really low?
Not anymore.
I think so. I might just
Yeah,
not.
a little sometimes.
Sorry about
I
that.
think it was just a little too. No, you're good. You're good. I just wasn't sure.
And you can zoom in.
I even-
Oh, my files are far too powerful. Yikes.
Your file.
Let's take a snip.
You cannot.
Snip it.
You cannot handle my potions.
You
I
got
even-
Roll20 Prime, but you didn't get Nitro.
I even took the time to go make myself some delicious vegan mac and cheese.
Oh, it's almost like this guy's
Oh,
like
yeah, because you're allergic
intolerant
to cheese.
to cheese.
Yeah, I'm intolerant to Matt.
Oh shit. Okay. I'll leave then, I guess. God damn. Okay. Fuck.
Only full lactose people here.
Ah. Fair enough.
I don't know if you can zoom in on this as much as I can, but it's
Only
actually I guess it starts on very zoomed in, but yeah, you can look around it. I had the guy, this is the first time he ever like oh, I wish I could zoom in like mine does. I'll just have to do it after. This is the first time I wanted the guy to make it look like an actual map. So I paid him the good bucks to make it look like a real map.
Let's see. Oh, that's pretty nice. Oh, that's the entire world,
Yeah.
or just the area
Well,
that you guys
just
are
the
in?
area. This just the continent everyone lives on. This is-
I guess you're not. I guess you're not like me, and you're going multi-continent.
No. I'll worry about that later if I want to do that later.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But are we all back? Are we all ready? Do you guys need a little bit?
I'm good.
I'm just
Yeah,
enjoying a
let's-
delicious bowl of delicious vegan mac and cheese. It's
Yeah,
delicious.
because we can't go, for
9
too
hours.
long, then I do have a spot where we can stop. So, probably the quicker we can get to it, the better. But yeah, so you good, Chase?
Yeah. I'm good.
Alrighty.
Ah, hell yeah. That's
All right, so continuing on. So
Mhm.
so Eslar was unfortunately not able to see a whole lot as these storms start to come in a little more harsh. And as for you, Dolkin, it's weird for what you're sensing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I imagine you're not going to be doing it the entire time because otherwise you would probably only really benefit from a short rest and not really get much back.
Mm.
You don't, unless that's what you're planning, in which you'd only get whatever stuff you get back from a short rest, and then just roll hit dice to get your health back.
I'm at 38 health, and I just don't have my first level of spells, but like they suck. So, yeah, I'll just roll hit dice. None of
So you're just gonna you're
yeah.
so you're just gonna you would need to probably take a. The fuck is Jolie doing in here?
Hello, Jolie. Goodbye, Jolie.
Bye, Jolie.
I don't even know who that is, but
A friend from another group that we were gonna do this, but then everyone said no. So.
oh.
Okay.
It's fine. Nothing to worry about. Okay, we're okay. Anyways, so yeah, you'll at least need to get maybe another hour or two to just take like a quick nap.
Okay.
So you can't do the whole night, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Well, you probably would take a point of exhaustion.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want that.
But at the very least, what you do get is it's fluctuating. Guys, you're unsure of what other monstrosities there would be out in the sea. You're not sure like what is and isn't. You assume like they're like packs of like maybe 3 to 5 monstrosities that you feel out in the ocean that kind of are together. And then there'll be like one just like by itself completely away from everything. So you assume maybe there's others down here that have nothing to do with anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll kind of get closer, but then they'll kind of not get closer. They'll get a little farther away.
Mm.
So they'll kind of get closer, kind of not. Nothing gets within like 2 miles at the very least.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty safe distance. So. Mm.
But yeah, for the most part, that's what you're getting for the entirety of the night. As it also revolves around from Estelar. I imagine you're going to go get Hank up for a watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. I'll say everyone can benefit from a long rest, so go ahead and get back whatever you've lost.
I will just
As we'll revolve around, minus Dolkin, who's staying up to do this most of the night.
Yeah, I will just roll the hit dice when you allow me to.
Yeah. I'll say when.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say when you do. So. Yeah. So Hank, you come up and you have Estelar, tag you out. And I imagine you also go up to the stern where it is completely dry because Vashana is sleeping underneath it, so you have full range of motion to look around there.
Yeah, Vashana is
I do
passed
indeed.
out in the crow's nest.
Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead and feel free to to roll a perception check.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. I won't ask. Because I was going to ask if Ma could do it, because she does have perception, but I don't think it matters, so who cares?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been a while since you've seen like a storm like this. So especially out on the sea, where it's very dark. The water matches the sky after a certain point. You're very unsure looking out into the distance if anything is even out there. But for the most part, your watch goes uneventful, and by the end of your watch, more commotion would come from down the main deck, or down the hull, and below you, as the crew would start to come out a little more, all decked out in raincoats, and you see the captain come up, looking a little quizzical as how it's not
Right.
storming. Yeah, there's no rain on the deck on his side of the ship near the wheel, and kind of like pulls the hood down of his little raincoat that he has. Like, huh. Alrighty. He'll point to you. Hank's like, you go get some rest. Get as much as you can. We'll take it from here. Minotaur man,
Yeah.
Doki.
Dolkin like looks at him. His eyes are like a little. He blinks one eye and then the other. Yeah. Yes, Cap.
Have you been up all night, son?
Well, I told you that I could tell you exactly where they are, and I can assure you that no monster got within 2 miles of the boat.
Yeah, son, that's not... son, that is... I appreciate that, but that's not good for you. If something does happen, I need you in tip-top shape. Go get some rest. Captain's orders. 2 hours. Go get some sleep.
All right, Cap, and he'll pick up Ma, who I assume is also trying to stay awake.
Yeah, so by that point, I'd say, you go with Hank back to your quarters and go get as much as you sleep. So everyone else gets a full rest, while Dolkin, you can roll some hit dice now, and
All right.
if you get anything back from a short rest, you can do that.
Oh my god! Oh, yeah, hell yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I just need. All right, roll another 11, and I'll be fine. I mean, really, it's just that easy.
Oh, this is that easy.
Just be good.
That's max.
Just be good.
That's max HP, baby. All right, we're good.
Yeah. So you'd all go get some
2.
sleep, and
Okay.
Dolkin and Hank, as you sat down, you would feel as the ship starts to rock a little bit, as there is now movement. Not fast. Definitely, you know that the sails being fully down while in a storm like this would be a bad idea. So the ship is moving along, just kind of coasting through the storm as it's moving through. And after a while, Vashana, you would wake up in the crow's nest, just looking up to see. It's not pitch black outside anymore. It's now just kind of like a grayish skyscape. Just looking up at the clouds. Still kind of dark, but there is visibility now, though a little hard. You can see outside. And for the rest of you, you do feel as there's lots of commotion coming up from the top deck of the ship, as people are obviously probably moving around as fast as they can to get the ship working with now slightly underhanded.
Yeah, Rashana's just electrically charged because this is using her electrical energy to do this. So she stands up and her hair is just completely out in an afro.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're the lightning rod of the ship.
yeah, basically. And she would be totally okay if she got struck with lightning. So, so she'll
you take half damage.
Only
she'll-
resistant.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She climbs out. She climbs down out of the crow's nest, and will look around, see what needs done, if she can help. Still
Yeah.
keeping the umbrella up.
Yeah, you see that the captain's manning the wheel, and he's barking out orders to people all around the deck of the ship. It's a lot more crazy now. There's only crew members up on top of the ship, while you can tell probably the passengers are all below ship. The gate in the middle of the ship has also been kind of closed off with actually it wouldn't need to, since there's a tarp over it, but people are trying to keep the main deck as dry as possible for people who are just kind of idling about, waiting for something to do. People are going up the rigging and the masts, and changing the position of the sails as is necessary. And you can see the man up in the front is changing the mass in the direction needed to prevent them from getting flung around by the storm. So, and by this time, I assume the rest of you would be getting up around this time. The prince would, the moment he got up, would immediately be donning the armor that he has on.
Is it, all of us are awake now, or
Yeah.
just
Assume not you.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
No. You'd be awake at this point.
Oh,
It'd be and other. No, they basically the crew took over in the early morning, and now it's getting them to they basically took over at 6, and now you guys are waking up at 8.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Around 8:00. So yeah, you guys are move outside, and Angelina immediately starts going to see where Vashana is to try and help her. And the more you do see see Tricky and Miss Vane on the ship, on the main deck that are kind of like helping out. We're helping out the people in the crew and telling people to get off their asses and start working. And they
Good.
immediately see all of you. And it's like you see Tricky just kind of like look to you guys and it's like, oh, good morning. A bit of a crazy weather we got going on. All right, no time for unfortunately no time for polite conversation. Tolkien.
Yes, Cap?
I'm going to need you. I'm not the captain. Oh, I
Oh,
wish.
sorry. Didn't get much sleep
navigation.
last night.
Navigation. You and me are going to be with the captain on the top deck.
Okay.
We're going to try and sail through this storm, and hope you don't mind. We're going to be using your abilities to try and stray from the monsters.
Oh, trust me. I'll tell you exactly where they are.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Oh, Conrad.
All right, let's go.
Conrad. Duck and walk over. They're here for the thing, right?
Yes, I inferred. I'm aware.
So what I'm thinking is like, what if you and maybe someone else always stay with the thing in case, because if the way if he said is true and they're gonna be coming back, although it'd be nice to help you, I think our main thing is making sure that they don't get that thing. And I mean, you're a big guy.
That's true. All right. Do you want me to stay below deck and make sure that they don't get them?
I think that I mean you can talk with Eslar. Maybe Eslar would like to join you or Vashana. Well, actually, Vashana.
You guys are all together. You got Eslar and Hank are right next to
literally
you.
there.
Yeah.
Vashana's
Well,
just
I didn't want to say the name of the thing, so that's why Dog was being quiet about.
They know they know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They're right next to you.
I was gonna say it's not hard to guess
Yeah.
what Tolkien's talking about.
No, absolutely not. But
Well, what's he talking about?
the prince will look to you. He's like, I mean, not to brag or make myself bigger than I am, but I am a lot more trained. and
Wearing my
involved with the rest of
armor.
you. I would say that I would not be concerned that if there's another attack coming, they definitely would be coming for it. If you all
can
want
you
me...
fly?
You had about 4 holes in your stomachs yesterday.
An inconvenience.
A mild inconvenience.
A flesh
Get
wound.
the fuck out of me.
Yeah, he looks to you, Eslar, as he said that. He's got like a bit of a shit-eating grin, like, oh, mild inconvenience.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Okay, yeah, go protect the thing. If it gets shitty, we'll yell for you.
Or you'll yell for us.
Yes, okay. I'll tell the captain that if there is anything imperative that needs to be taken care of, I will come and help. But it would be better if I was down there if they did require my assistance down there, especially if they did somehow break through the hull and got down there. I could help and protect the rest of the crew and the passengers.
Thank you, comrade.
If you need anything, and as he's walking to the door, he's like says this with like, he's very concerned. Please, if something happens and you need help, do not hesitate to call for me. I will come immediately. The pieces be damned. Your lives are more important than losing 1 or 2 pieces.
And Vashana just kind of pats him on the back. Don't worry, Conrad. I'm with you there. Go on.
All right. You be safe. As he points to all of you, and you hear his armor clanking as he starts going down the stairs.
And as he walks downstairs, I'll walk up to Tricky and I'll be with him with the Catman.
Alrighty. Okay, so you do that, Vashana. You're gonna get Miss Vane, who looks to you guys, you and Angelina together. You can tell she's got a bit of a scowl looking at you, but she seems to not be letting anything interfere at the moment. She's like, all right, let's not waste any time. You two, to the sails. Try to get as much wind flow as we can going the direction we want.
And she just quick salute and up to the crow's nest.
Right, yeah. And then she'll point to you, Hank, and to you, Eslar. You two, help with the rigging and the masts.
All right. I mean,
Alright.
Aye,
Okay.
aye,
Okay.
Captain.
She kind of like rolls her eyes, and as you walk by, she just gives you a little soft kick in the butt. She's like, "Get to moving." All right, so here's what I want everyone to do. Dolkin, yours would probably not require much because you will be able to sense when anything happens. So
Mhm.
you're fine. You're just focusing
Oh,
on that.
thank God.
But Vashana, I want you to give me a charisma check, and I'll give you advantage since Angelina's helping you.
Wabacha! 22.
Oh.
22.
Oh, with advantage.
So feeling the direness of the situation, and Angelina beside you, she's using whatever magical prowess she does have as well in order to offer proper assistance. And actually, you know what? Because she is expecting a fight to happen. She is gonna cast Mage Armor on you,
Ooh.
and
Clever.
herself.
Big Pug.
And while you guys are waiting around,
Just-
she'll just get those spell slots back while waiting around.
Yeah,
And
short rest.
yeah,
Is Mage Armor not
So-
concentration?
it's
Nope,
not.
it's 8 hours.
Oh,
Yep, it's 8 hours.
that's pretty good.
Yep,
is
yep.
pretty good.
So she'll cast Mage Armor on both herself and you. Oh wait, why did that not? Mage Armor. Come on, we got Mage Armor. Her AC is now that.
13 plus Dex.
Yep. So do that to get the spell slots back. Oh, she probably. Let me see if she needs to. Let me see if she needs to change out anything. Yeah, I don't know why she still has that. She's gonna change that out. Yeah, those all seem good for the time being. Okay, so her spells are good. So yeah, and you managed to get a good draft, kind of like almost like you using your magic that you have like around, using the storm energy. You're very much in your element right now. You're able to kind of
yeah.
pull and shift the winds as they come near you, even outside the bubble. Kind of like concentrating it all as it all just kind of glides around you, and it's just like pull it as it just flows past the bubble that you're creating, and you kind of manage to get it to where it just flows behind this bubble, and then you're able to just make like a small pocket where you just push and thrust this raging wind into the sail, where you get a good boost going into the sail. And
It's
the
like
ship
Vishan.
moves.
It's like Vishana's in the Avatar state right now. Just
Basically, yeah. And let's see. Hank and SLR, I want you to give me either athletics or acrobatics checks as you are moving around the ship, climbing up the ropes and rigging, and fastening down ropes to the sides of the ship as sails are moving and the sails are being switched out.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I was actually just about to be like, now how does one rig a sail?
How does one rig it like this, and you pull one thing and the whole thing gets set?
So Hank, yeah, you're doing a very good job. Not to
Not great,
not
but
to let Eslar's Nat 20 diminish what you're doing. You're able to do a little more than what Eslar can do, as you are much more nimble and agile on your feet, and able to get to places more quickly and more high. Especially towards the top, where small problems as the water and the storm and the wind loosen some of the sails, you're able to go up and expertly just tie down the to prevent the sails from just flying off of the ship. And SR, even you, with a lot of help and instruction from the crew, you're picking up on this stuff real quick as you just go from one end of the ship to the other. Just moving from one side to the other, just changing out the ropes, handing off to the crew. You guys are doing amazing. Like almost like both of you are like one with the crew right now.
Oh yeah.
And
That is pog.
and with that, the ship is handled fine. There's no problems. Nothing goes wrong with the ship. And with that, I'll roll a check for the captain. I'll give him advantage since the crew's doing so well, and that's a 16 on the dice. So, yeah, captain gets a soft 20. So yeah, he's able to handle the ship fine despite the a little underhanded. The captain is able to keep the ship moving very good. And Dolkin, as you are sitting with Tricky by the captain at the wheel, you I'm assuming you're focusing entirely. Every minute is spent casting primeval awareness
Yeah.
to sense for monstrosity. So
I'm not
a
doing
good-
anything else unless relaying the information.
Yeah. A good couple hours go by where you are constantly sensing monstrosities around you. And then you're realizing, because you were stationary before, where you were just anchored in one spot, but now that you're looking, those groups of like 6 or 5 that you felt before kind of like dwindle down now. There's 3 that's kind of like no, I'm sorry, actually 2 that are following. That are kind of following in a group, and you can tell because after you left that area, the only blips that you're getting are now just these 2 groups, and they are staying within a vicinity of the ship.
And how many are there? I know their
in-
number.
In total, 6.
And as soon as I feel that, like after like the second or third time,
Of two groups, there are 6 in total of both groups.
okay,
So 3 in each.
3 in each. Yeah, okay, got it. Making sure. And after like the third blip, as soon as I tell that it's just these 2 and they're following us, I will tell the captain, so that he can relay the information to SLR, to Vishana, and the captain, and just make sure everyone knows that like there's. I'll just be like, Tricky, I can tell you right now that there are 2 groups following us right now. There's 3 in each group. I can't tell. How far away are they? Are they staying a constant distance away?
They're staying within about 2 miles of the ship. Actually, no. At this point, with the ship going at about half speed, and the storm, they'd actually be within about a mile and a half.
Oh, okay. And I will.
They seem to be maintaining that distance, though.
Ship going half speed, even though I'm shoving all the wind into it.
Yeah.
You doing that is what's keeping it going half speed.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, because the sails are also half mast right now.
And they're just like down in like one of the directions, like down to the left, down to the right. They're not like directly below us.
It seems to fluctuate. They seem to get a little more ahead, a little more back.
Mm-hmm. Okay, as long as it's not directly below us, and I'll just tell Tricky like, Tricky, navigator, there's 2 groups of 3 following us. They're staying within 1 mile to about 1.5 miles, and they're not leaving us, and they're staying right with us.
All right. You see as you say that the captain just at the wheel, at the helm, just like, all right. Well, if that doesn't seem as much as last time, keep an eye out for that, and if anything more happens, just let us know and we'll get ready.
Yeah, just could you make sure to tell Prince Copper he's down in the hole with the cargo, if you could.
You on the deck, go to the Prince man and inform him. And he'll just point someone and relay the information, and he'll go down and tell Prince Conrad while the captain is still manning the ship.
I was gonna make sure everyone's informed.
All right. So with that information, are you going to keep casting, or are you going to keep an eye out?
Because I assume that means that there's gonna be more, and that's bad. You're gonna be like, Tolkien, there's 20. Shit.
All right. So with that, in that case, yeah, if with you as a man, they won't be able to really sneak up on you. So, Dolkin, with that in mind, you wait and you wait, and after a little bit, as you guys about a couple hours go by, as you are just kind of sitting here waiting, because by now everyone on the ship does know that there are things following you, but they're not getting closer till a couple hours go by, where you feel they're a mile away, then they're about 4,000 feet away. Then you check again. 3,500. 3,000.
Yeah, and I would immediately, as soon as I saw that they were with like coming up, I would tell Tricky, now they're quickly approaching. We must tell everyone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Vashana, after the initial contact, Vashana would mind link with the captain, who is, I'm assuming, below her, like within her range.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll stay mind link with the captain. So all you have to do is tell the captain, and she'll know.
everyone else has to know. So and
Yeah.
then I would tell Tricky like, we need to tell everyone that like keep going so that they don't suspect anything, but they are coming right now and get everyone to safety.
But so with that in mind, the captain does go to a bell that is right next to him, and then he just starts ringing it. You know for a fact there's probably a warning bell as he starts ringing it, ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling, as it just starts reverberating around. Everyone just like stops what they're doing, and he starts pointing to everyone on the ship, especially you, Hank, and you, Estelar, on yours like, get the masts up as far as you can, keep them down so we still have movement forward. Everyone, below deck! And that goes for you, Tricky. And you, Siren, both of you below deck. I'm staying up here keeping the ship moving forward. And you see like Tricky and Miss Vane are like looking at him like they don't want to leave him up here by himself, but they look around, see you, Dolkin. There's a moment of hesitation before they both nod and start going down below deck. The crew immediately, like everyone's looking like at all of you, and it's like, good luck, all of you. It's like, stay safe, kick their asses for us.
Dolkin gives a nod, and then he goes to regroup with everyone.
Yeah, Vashana, who just jumps out of the crow's nest and just floats down the last 10 feet. Let's do it.
So, where do you guys all regroup at?
Well, we had a battle map, we could tell you.
Well, I assume we're getting a different battle map, Matt. So
Why would we get a different battle map? We're on the same ship.
new ship.
New ship, new rules.
Yeah, we plundered a new ship.
I'd be
Okay.
standing around the captain.
Yeah.
So, would you be in the front on the main deck or at the stern with the captain?
Actually, you know what? I'll be looking off the side, so I'll get on, like, I'll go down the stairs and I'll be like
in the
along
middle
the
area?
sides. Yeah, I think that I'll be looking off the edge.
So in the middle of the ship between the two elevated positions.
Yeah, like looking off the edge, making sure like looking out to see if I can see anything, just sort of ready.
And I would like to stay near the captain, and I would like to tell Vashana that I might use a fog cloud to block the entire front of the ship in case they decide to come from there. We can at least stop their line of sight to deal with the ones near us at the moment.
As Vashana just kind of lands next to the captain and takes a couple steps. All right, Durkin, if you fog cloud it up, just don't fog cloud it somewhere where I need to see.
If more of them are on the front,
Dolkin, roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. Let me guess.
I'm so
Wind. Intelligence, you said?
Yeah.
Intelligence with my big +0. 6.
It's easy enough. It was just see if you're not one. You get the feeling fog cloud would be useless.
Yeah, it would
in this
move.
situation.
They would move. Damn.
The winds would blow it away
Alright.
the moment it is.
Right.
Is it
It's
raining right
storming.
now?
It is
Yeah, it's
still
storming.
storming.
Oh,
It is
okay, so
still
never-
storming.
I mean, Vashana could use her bonus action to make it so the winds don't blow it away immediately, but that's only for one turn.
No. Right, I forgot it was storming.
Well-
Never mind.
It is storming. So you feel that would probably be useless.
Never mind then. We're fine.
Mudada.
Yeah.
If you
don't
if
want you to be
will.
wasting any spell slots for something that's gonna not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since you didn't get your first levels back.
What was I gonna do? Cure wounds again? That was it?
Yes.
All right, but Hank, where would you be grouping up at?
Where are you
Jason?
hanging at?
Would you be with the captain, with Estal, like on the
Yeah, I
on,
heard
the
it.
on the main deck, like looking over the ship?
Yeah, I heard what you were saying. I probably would be with the captain
Okay.
because I feel like he's pretty important, not only for the ship, but for the morale against us.
All right. So right now it is just you guys and the captain up on the main deck as you are waiting, and Dolkin, I imagine would you still be casting Primal Awareness until there's a point where you think they're close enough, or would you be just waiting?
I would do it until like they're going 3,500, so I can get them 500, and I would do it like at 1,500 feet. I would stop, and I would basically say, "Everyone, get your weapons ready." Like I want to be able everyone to hold an action like with your bows, arrows, spells, and I'll tell them like basically like 10 seconds is how long you
Yeah.
got.
after like you get the feeling with how close they're getting. Every minute they seem to get within like another 500 feet.
Yeah.
It seems they'll probably get to the ship within about 4 minutes.
Yeah, and I will relay that to everyone. And I want Ma to hold an action to try and web one of them before they jump onto the ship and make them fall back into the water.
Okay.
I'd
So
go
as-
ahead and toss Bjorn out right now.
How long does Bjorn last?
Bjorn can stay out for an hour.
You certainly can. Yes, you can throw Bjorn out as you reach into your hood and you just have this little bit.
Now,
cute,
not the
Bjorn.
time to be cute. Time to kill.
And then you toss him to the air, and then he just kind of like his body wreathes with flame as his body expands out, and then he just boom, boom, just lands on the deck of the ship. You see the captain like, huh, as he like looks over and just.
Good
That's my
Bjorn.
boy.
I love him.
As Bjorn is looking around now, waiting.
And I will ready in action with my bow.
And is there anything else anyone wants to ready? This would be the time now to do it.
I will ready a call lightning.
Alrighty, you'll ready call lightning. And
Hank, would you like to ready
as
anything?
For
I was just gonna ready my bow.
alrighty.
Vashana will not waste a spell slot, so she'll ready. If something is gonna come up, she will ready a lightning lure to pull it into Dolkin.
Alrighty. So as you guys are waiting, there's a pause as there's still the ship going. It gets eerily quiet now, despite the storm and the howling winds. It gets eerily quiet as you're just sitting there waiting as the ship's rocking back and forth, and you're just waiting and waiting. And then suddenly you feel as all your bodies just lurch forward suddenly. I want you all to make me dexterity saving throws.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Dexterity
Alright.
saving throw.
21, 18, that passes.
10.
Ooh.
Oh, you're fucking right.
Do you want
Moves
Ma?
on-
Do you want?
moves on-
You know what?
Also, I gotta do Angelina too. I forgot about her.
Do you want me to do Ma? Even though
She is a spider.
she's a spider, she got sticky feet.
She's a spider. She does have sticky feet.
And
The boat would rock.
No, I wouldn't say for Ma.
then can
but,
she give me
Cap-
advantage? She would be next to me.
I'll allow it.
You don't have
Let's
to if
just
you don't
see.
want to.
It's fine. I'll allow it. But let's see. The captain too. He gets advantage. He's completely fine. He's used to this. He's used to this stuff as the ship lurches forward, and you guys feel as the ship stops moving forward.
They grab the rudder.
Oh, they
I want you guys to roll a perception check.
I'm
boy.
a perceive.
they grabbed the boat.
They grabbed the boat. They picked up the
Grab the
boat with
boat.
their bare hands.
They're rocking the boat. Don't rock the
Yeah.
boat, baby.
Touchy tentacles.
Yeah, Vashana, Eslar, and Hank. Dolkin, you're kind of like, just picking yourself back up with Maj, like, trying not to fall over. Vashana, Eslar, and Hank. As you guys look over the edge of the ship, you see the water is actually flowing backwards,
Ah, cool.
stopping you from moving forward. As the ship is put stationary in place, as you have the winds blowing the back of the ship, trying to push it forward, while the water is slowly it's slight, but you can definitely see that the water flow has changed in a large area.
What an asshole.
As the ship gets stopped momentarily, and as you do, each of you all together in your minds start hearing a voice.
That's not good.
Aboleth?
You guys start hearing in the back of your minds this deep, guttural, haunting voice just enter the back of your minds, just start to speak. It's like, mortals, we have come for what will change fate. You cannot stop it, and should you not want to be at the bottom of the abyss, you will hand it over, as well as those blessed by the gods, to the ocean and to me. you see the captain who's saying there's like, the fuck was that?
Not anything good.
out of character. Probably an aboleth, the CR10 creature that tends to be all super psychonetic.
As you guys start to see, we'll give you a chance, but I hunger.
Oh,
As from the side of the ship, you see in a gross state, just as this sloshing of waters, as you see, boom, boom, two tentacles crash themselves on the side of the ship, and you feel the ship pull to one side. And at the same time as the ship is pulled to the side, you see as it's elevated down to the water closer. You see as boom, 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 boom. You see several figures flying out of the water and crashing onto the ship. As you see more marrow crashing onto the ship and looking to all of you on the deck of the ship. And as you do, you see this figure lurk out of the water, a pure pale body with a massive number of tentacles forming what can be the back half of what would maybe be fins, and this maw of circular razor-sharp teeth with 3 eyes that just come out of the water, and its vision immediately gazes upon all of you. And I'll take you over to the battle map.
Of course. Ah, yes, of course.
Ah, delightful.
As you see an aboleth. So, go ahead and put your tokens where you want them, and that's where we'll end the session.
Oh no. God damn you.
Do our held actions, or are we gonna do that?
I guess we'll do that next time.
Yeah.
We will do that next time.
You know, I did say I was actually gonna be down here, so I guess I'll be down there. Goodbye, guys.
Yeah, the shadow would have come out like right here. So.
I mean, you would have time to move as you would see the tentacles crashing onto the ship right here if you wanted to move backwards away from it.
I would like to, you know.
I will give you that.
Well, this is gonna be bad.
So,
Aboleths are fucking terrifying. I had 2 of them as a legendary boss in my first campaign.
Ah,
So,
so it
yeah.
should be easy.
I hope you guys enjoyed the session, and next time we start playing, we're gonna have an aboleth fight.
That Brandon isn't gonna be here for the next one.
Unless you do it on like Saturday or Sunday. I mean, maybe I will. You gotta give me a good reason though.
Cannot do it on Saturday. I mean, unless I don't have a game on Sunday, can't do it on Saturday.
Can't do it on Sunday. I work Sundays.
All right. Well, I'll try and fit this into my schedule. I don't want to deprive you guys of not doing combat.
That would be, good.
That
if
would
we
be
don't have to
very,
wait 2 to 3
very
weeks.
pog.
I'll
we could.
leave for
We can always
RP.
just do combat without Doki.
Yeah, you could do combat without the DPS Maw. That could happen.
So yeah, well, I hope when we start this combat, you guys will have as much fun as I do. Cause this guy over here might be a little stronger than the other shallow priest that you fought.
Hell yeah. But I mean, as long as
We all just get
he's
nat
not-
20s.
Yeah, as long as he's not within 60 feet of Ashana. Or
Yeah,
me,
let's go.
Or Angelina. You know, we'll be alright.
I'm just saying, we're all gonna roll nat 20s next time, Isaiah, and just ruin this perfectly made combat you made, and really make you feel bad, because I felt that, and I'm like, I feel sad.
I like that you were.
If it happens, it happens.
I
I
just
like that you got
pray
rid
to-
of the other pirates. They were just liabilities.
I pray to God that Dolkeen just rolls very good on his wisdom saving throws.
Well, I did also consider the prince for this fight.
Yeah, well,
And
He's not here, so it might be a little tougher.
yeah, time to start screaming and yelling for him.
We'll be fine. We
Well,
you
that's when you decide to start screaming and yelling for him.
Yeah,
know. He's guarding shit right now. You know.
Dolkin holds down this area with Ma. Hank and SR hold down this area.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
hold
there
on.
we
Let me
go.
throw out Bjorn.
Oh yeah, don't forget about your little bear boy.
Yeah, don't forget Bjorn.
He could solo the aboleth.
Bjorn.
Absolutely.
Bjorn.
Yarn.
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Oh,